we live, chat? Chat, are we live? Chat? Is that you? Other chickens? Alright. What's up, everyone? What's up? How is everyone? Let me Discord this out real quick. So if you guys missed it, I now have every single raid triumph that you can currently get. So how pog is that? So if we go to the raid, Europa, Deepstone Crypt, I have every single raid triumph that you can currently get. These are challenges, which will come soon-ish, and then the secret triumph that is not yet available. But other than that, dude, I fucking like chat. I love this raid. Oh yeah. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. What's up, everyone? Thank you, Ander, for reminding me. Yeah, so I can stream for about 3 hours, a little bit less, and then I have to go help Victoria cook dinner. So we're gonna keep this one nice and fast and sweet. Lament. Okay. It's your new favorite raid? I think it might be mine too. I hate making like, oh, it's my favorite raid, but I really think it's my favorite raid. You know, because I don't want to jump on it too early. So I'm gonna farm these on hero. I know they have the same drop chance, but you need to kill champions as part of another triumph. And you know, I'm a max triumph score gamer, so we're going for it. Oh, let's see, man. What's the shader right now? This is Callus's selected. Check this out, though. This doesn't work super well on Warlock, but this is Cryptic Legacy. This is the flawless raid shader. Oh, damn, look at that. Especially on the helmet, right? 1 second. Let's put it on the helmet exclusively. I do not have CloudStrike because I've been focusing on the raid. I have 15 raid completions, though. Tell me that's not one of the goddamn nicest shaders in the fucking game, Pat. So nice. Alright, so I'm gonna focus champions only because I need like 100 more champion kills or something for the triumph, so why am I not sprinting? Okay, I think there's one more here, right? No? I thought there was 2 here. Whatever. But yeah. I have no idea where the Trove Guardian is. Probably to the right. Anchor of Light? Or is that Archer's Line? I always fucking forget. You have 2 raid completions? I'm at 15. 15 with the flawless, baby. I just want to keep running it over and over again. It's so good. There's 2 on higher difficulties. Yeah, I thought there was on everyone. I ran a couple heroic yesterday. But we'll take the... Oh! Because at that moment, Ascaro knew he fucked up. No, Nara, come assist me. So, did you end up in top 50? No, we were like 240. It turns out war mines count on how many people had the fucking had the emblem. We're way off. I'm happy though. With how many people, I didn't realize so many teams were gonna finish. So out of like, how many people completed it? I think like 5,000 teams completed it or something crazy. Out of that many teams, you know, being in the top 5%, 10% in there, I'm happy with that. I'm happy. It was a good first raid with these guys, and I look forward to future raids. Oh my god. For me, what's the favorite part of Deepstone Crypt? Honestly, it's either the Abomination, the final encounter. I really do enjoy that, or Atraks. I really like the Atraks encounter too. My only problem with the Atraks, like if you watch our flawless run, there's a solid like 4-minute, well, maybe not 4 minute chunk. Let's say there's a solid like 30-second to 2-minute chunk where I'm literally just standing there waiting for the buff. Like after you clear all the ads, if you're on bottom, you clear all the ads, you just stand there. And it's like, I dislike that, but at the same time, I would much rather that than like first encounter crown. And so that's where my least favorite part. Those weapons sound so sexy. Yeah, don't they? They look so good too. Oh, I love this raid. So I'm worried because third encounter, the descent, where you're the first nuke encounter, the first suppressor encounter, it has all the makings to be a Crown of Sorrow first encounter one. You can't shorten it. It has to go. But I think it's fast and hectic enough where it doesn't matter. It doesn't last anywhere near as long. But I'm worried that, you know, I have 15 completions. I've done that 15 times or so, and I'm not sick of it yet, but I can see myself getting sick of it in the future. So I hope I'm wrong. But the rest of the raid is beautiful. I could do that first encounter 100 times, dude. I fucking love that first encounter. Is flawless needed? No, unfortunately not, dude. I wish Bungie would stop doing that. Titles are, you know, I'm not as... People were getting all butthurt about day one clears and stuff, and people were like, there's too many people with the emblem or whatever. And it was probably a little too easy, and... Oh, I forgot. Exploder spawned there. I think it might have been a little too easy, but not based on how many people did it. Based on the ads. If you go back to my day one stream, there are portions of time where we were trying to wipe, and I was standing still in front of 3, 4, 5 dregs, and it would take a minute for them to kill me. So ads were probably a tad too easy on day one. I don't care how many people got the emblem. I think it's fine. The percentage was like 0.2%, or no, it's like 1.9%, I think. It was real low, very, very low, and overall I'm happy with how it turned out. Personally, I think it was very good. Replayability is amazing. The loot is fucking insane. This is, honestly, this is the best raid loot I think we have ever gotten out of any raid ever. The raid stuff is insane. So I'm really happy with this raid. I can't wait to see what challenges look like. And please, for the love of just everything, give me a hard mode raid. And then if challenges are good and we get a hard mode raid, this will be undeniably the best raid. And it's already in a contender for the best raid. Yeah, I think the day one was probably just a tad too easy. Especially the Atraks encounter wasn't. I'd say everyone got stuck there. But I mean, the final boss was kind of a pushover, which is, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. You know, I'm not. People are literally getting like really pissed off about that. I actually don't care that much. Like it was fine. It was fine. I had a lot of fun. I loved it. I still really enjoy it. What do you think the clone to clone challenge? Do you have to dump all 4 Atraks copies at once? It could. I feel like that would be very difficult, but it could definitely. So you can actually farm this. If I might actually get a fire team later in the week. If you leave this brig up, this barrier spawns over and over. And one of the triumphs, yeah, actually right there. One of the triumphs is for you to. That's not the final tier of it, but one of the triumphs requires you to get a ton of champion kills, like 200 or something crazy. And you know, actually we can check the next step. And if you just stand here, so 100, see, I need 50 more. And so if you just stand here, the champions spawn over and over and over and over again, and you can just farm them out real quick. So I might get a team together sometime. I really want to farm out CLOUDSTRIKE first. Your advance just arrived? Hell yeah, Crafty, what flavors you get, brother? But one thing I do also love, I shouldn't have done that. The one thing that they did in this new raid that I loved, that Bungie took all the little pieces of feedback from across all the different raids and they implemented them. I love how Tanniks the Abomination has a very similar mechanic to Axis in Wrath of the Machine, where your team takes a little bit more of a risk and it's a little bit more high skill of a mechanic, but it rewards you greatly. And so in Axis, it was if you know, 3 people got empowered, 1 person had to slam Axis, but the other 2, what they could do, they could find red glowing vents around the map, and if they slammed on the red vents, then what would happen is the entire fire team would get their super and all their abilities recharged, and it was really cool. It's a great way to one-phase Axis. In this new raid, Deepstone Crypt with Tanniks the Abomination, If you break all 4 of his wheels or his legs at once, and you deposit all 4 nukes at once, you get a longer damage phase. You can see this demonstrated in the flawless video that I made, breaking down how to do the flawless. I show a video example of this. And I think that's awesome, because you're taking more of a risk. You have to, you know, your team has to be fast enough at suppressing and operating and running the nukes that you don't die from the nuclear overload, the radiation rather. And but you get a 50% longer damage phase. It's awesome. It is an awesome mechanic. I'll probably do a video at some point. But the more I think about it, the aesthetics of the raid, how amazing the loot system is, you can farm the raid, how good the raid exotic is, how good the raid is, how good the day 1 experience was, how good the everything is, the little tidbits. I think I'm gonna make a video talking about why this is my favorite raid, because I think it is. It's hard to tell. Like, it's not even been out a week yet, you know. I mean, I have 15 completions, so I've spent a lot of time in there. I have the flawless. I have every single challenge done that you can currently get. So like I've spent a lot of time in there, but the best test of the longevity of something or how good something is time. So you play it over and over again, different metas, different weapons and stuff. So we'll see. I think it will stand the test of time. Personally, I think it's my favorite raid, but we'll have to wait. And it doesn't feel like a chore. Exactly. Nothing in that raid feels that tedious. Everything is a lot of fun. I'm launching them from the map destroyer. Do you think it's too easy? I think there should be a hard mode. I'm fine with the base difficulty if they add a hard mode. We also did our flawless run in like 26 minutes, 27 minutes, which is nuts. That might be the fastest flawless I've ever done. I think I could go back and check up my videos, I guess, because that'll have the length. I think Scourge might have been around that short, but
they say you are a great warrior.
It's so short. Also, we are glitching the Sparrow encounter, so that obviously takes a lot of time off because you don't have to sit in every bubble. You just fucking send it. So, I should have shot that nerd. You can't say that the new raid's the best raid when it only has been out for a week. I mean, that's exactly what I just said, right? Like, I think it will be. I think it will stand the test of time, but I'm not really comfortable making that assessment just yet, right? That's kind of the point. I think it's my favorite raid, or it has a lot of potential to be my favorite raid. My previous favorite raid was Last Wish, but I think it did so many things better than Last Wish. I think one of my biggest complaints with Last Wish was how there's some of the encounters just feel boring. Like Vault is like pulling teeth one by one. The loot from Last Wish isn't that great. Supremacy is really good. Auto rifle sucks. People like Nations of Beasts. I don't really like Nation of Beasts. Sorry. The bow's bad. You know, like 1,000 Voices is really cool, but it's not as good as Anarchy. It's not as good as Xenophage. Like, dude, kill this fucker already. So, I really liked Last Wish, but mostly for the experience of Last Wish. Whereas I really like Deep Zone Crypt for not only the experience, but the loot is unique and insane. So, Atraks on day 1 felt like crowdsourcing encounter times 2. It was a little bit more high intensity than that. I didn't mind it. I was not getting aggravated with how boring the encounter was on day 1. I thought it was good. It was more about, it was really getting my, yo, Kieran, thank you so much. It was really getting my gears spinning on optimal DPS, which I really like. It makes you think. Should try 2-man Atraks. Oh, yes! Okay, thank you for bringing that up. So, guys, we are part of, we have a time slot. If you guys saw in the TWAB, Bungie's doing another fundraiser called G2G. We did it last year. We raised like $1,700 or something. Fundraising for children's hospitals, local children's hospitals. And this year, Bungie reached out to me and they're like, you know, you did really well last year. We want you to have a featured creator spot this year. So I have a 4-hour time frame on December 6th. That's a Sunday, that morning from 8 to 12 in the morning. I have a 4-hour time slot where we are going to raise money for Bungie's for Children's Hospital through Bungie's fundraiser works. That's the one where if you donate 50, you get an exclusive emblem. If you donate 25, you get last year's emblem and last year's ghost and that sort of thing. So, first off, make sure you guys are, saving a little bit of money to get your emblems and help out some kids. Oh wait, Explodey Shakes. But December 6th, from 8 to 12, mark your calendars. And so what we've done, I've reached out to some of my friends who are cracked. My friends Cup and Shest. I don't know if I've ever played with them on stream, but they're very notable members of Rough. Cup actually streams. He actually does carries for Grandmasters, and among other things, he's a big low man challenge guy as well. But so what we're gonna do on December 6th, that's Sunday, from 8 to 12, we are going to 3-man Deepstone Crypt, and I'm going to have different donation amounts. Where if you donate to this foundation, this fundraiser, it'll probably be like $25. Pick my gun next loadout or next attempt, or $75, $100 something. Force wipe, and then I'll probably make one that's like, 200 or so. Start over, just completely start over the entire raid. And so I wanted you guys to, to know about that so you can prepare or whatever. Make sure you're there, because we need to show Bungie that we can bring the heat, babies. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Yeah, absolutely, FaZe. So yeah, we're gonna 3-man the raid, and you guys have to do your best to make sure we don't. It's pretty much the fundraising. I haven't come up with any stretch goals yet. I'm not sure if I'm gonna have any. I thought one that would be really cool is like, you donate X amount. And I have to eat like a chicken nugget or something with we have the hot one sauce, like the hottest one, and I think it'd be really funny because that would really fuck me up. Like, if you ever tried to focus when your mouth is on fire, I don't think so. So yeah, we just put like a huge dollop of that shit on chicken nuggets or something. That'll be a goal. $300 for a man bun. Dude, I'll put my hair up in a man bun for the raid. So things that are off limits. I don't want to get a haircut. Mostly, so I don't mind for stuff like this, but that's stuff that is better to do when you're like a full-time streamer or something. But because of my professional environment, I can't do anything weird. Like Blessius like shaves his eyebrows. I would do that. Except I would go to work with no eyebrows and people would be like, what the fuck? And I'm trying to hide all of this streamer stuff. Like, I don't want anyone to know in my real life, because it would make things messy. So I can't do anything weird. I can't dye my hair like fucking pink. That sort of stuff. So stretch goals are a little bit difficult for that sort of stuff. A chicken costume would be pretty funny. Stuff like that. Like, I don't care to fucking embarrass myself. That's fine. But I can't do it in my professional work environment, right? And so I have limitations that full-time streamers don't have, unfortunately. But we'll work around it. It'll still be fun. And that's why I want to do something fun like Low Man's, where we're trying to 3-man and you guys just fuck us up. I think that'd be really cool. And then I was also thinking like, I'll donate $250 or whatever if we don't complete the raid. But then that makes me seem awful, because it's like I'm trying my hardest to not donate money. And so like that's just, I don't know if I like that. But I'm trying to think of something something positive or something negative that doesn't happen if we complete it, that you guys are trying to make happen, right? So it's kind of confusing. I don't know if that makes sense. We have a week and a half to figure it out. 2 weeks actually, week and a half. So $200 is scary to last dabbling, dude. It wouldn't need to be 200. I fucking love that sauce. Come on, give it to me. It's fucking rigged. Make the amount you donate higher so we have an incentive to stop you. Oh, there you go. Yeah, like, okay, I'll donate. I'm going to be donating 100 no matter what. But if I don't finish, I donate 250 or something like that. I see. Keep in mind, I don't have these huge amounts of reserves. Graduate student, I don't make a lot, so I can't be like, I'll donate $5,000 because I don't have $5,000 to donate. But I will we'll make it something good. I like that idea, actually. Something like that. 1,000 Scartos students YouTube. I'm literally just not doing that. I'm not doing that. That would make things very not good in my work environment. It's just something I want to keep as separate as possible. If it was okay, if I thought it was okay to let people know, people would already know. Like, but it's one of those things. My YouTube life and my grad school life stay as separate as possible, on purpose. Get your god roll interference. Yeah, I got a pretty good one. It ended up not being useful, so it doesn't even matter. $100 to scare goes AFK for 20 seconds. Remember, dude, fuck. I'll probably make it something like 100, and it's just an encounter wipe or something like that. I'm really excited for this. I think it's going to be really fun. Because I want to 3-man it, and I think we'll be going for the 3-man flawless at some time in the future too. Not initially. But I think this could be a lot of fun. You guys make me use a bunch of really wacky guns and shit, and then hopefully we get it, but maybe not. Your teacher? So I'm working on my PhD. I'm in graduate school, and as part of the graduate school like experience to pay my tuition, chemistry students, at least, and most science students, we teach classes. So like, I'm not a professor. I don't do lectures, but I teach the lab section of the class. So yes, I am a teacher, but it's not as simple as like, you know, it's a little bit. Technically, I'm a graduate teaching assistant, but yes, I am a teacher. You see, Killer got a god roll guillotine on his first job, dude. He would already have one if he actually played the fucking game. $20 for scared to mute his mic and act like it was an accident, dude. That shit would get awesome. Did I update that number, by the way, chat? I think I. But that's just my idea. I already have 2 gamers, like I said, that are gonna help me out. I need to find out, fine tune a couple things, but I'm really excited for the opportunity, and you know, we really need to show Bungie that, oh, we're here to fucking game, baby. We'll help some kids, don't you worry. So I'm really excited about it. Boop. Thank you, Spit. I'm glad you're enjoying it, brother. Do your students play Destiny? I have no idea. I literally do not bring up Destiny to my students. I want an exactly 0% chance that I get recognized while I'm teaching or by any of my coworkers or anything. Like, that anonymity is super important to me personally. At least right now. Like in the future when I'm not in grad school, I don't really care. But as of right now, in grad school until I get my PhD, I'm adamant that I do not want anyone to know about the channel. Are you a cool teacher? I mean, I teach chemistry. I think that's pretty fucking cool, personally. Will eventually happen. I don't know if that's true though. Like I've gone 2.5 years and it hasn't happened. I have no reason to believe that it will happen in the future. I mean, if I was a grad student for the rest of my life, yeah, surely it would eventually happen. But I only have 2.5 years left, and I probably won't be teaching for more than another year. So I actually don't think that's a correct sentiment. I don't think it will eventually happen, as long as I don't bring it up. What is your percent streams with this face cam? Yeah, but it's like, it's one of those things like, it won't. It's not like that. It's actually really funny. So the only time I've ever been recognized in public was my neighbor, and I don't know how the fuck why that worked out like that, but it did. So there's that. there's a difference between there's always a probability and it will eventually happen, right? Those are two very different statements. Hey, help me. What is KW equals KB plus KA? So that has to do with the acidity of your solution. So a neutral solution is 10 to the 10 to the 14. And so your KA and your KB will always equal KW. It's pretty much just saying your acid and your base will always equal 14. So like if you have your base constant and your acid constant will always equal 10 to the 14, I guess is a better way to explain it. We deal with PKAs more than just regular KAs. Once you get past Gen Chem, you pretty much never use just regular KAs again. So it's all about PKAs and more about like certain functional groups having PKAs, and so you know if something's protonated or not at certain pHs. It's really important for like when you work something up. Your opinion on CloudStrike? I'll let you know when I fucking get it, brother. You ever see yourself switching to full-time content creation? I mean, I would not be against it. I think that would be really fun, but yeah, but Sai, like I mean, the most important factor there is time, right? I teach. In a given year, I teach up to 48 students. And like I said, I'm only teaching for a year, maybe 2 max, right? Hopefully if my project gets funded, I don't have to teach anymore. So, you know, 48 times 2, possible 96 chances for someone to recognize me. Now, if you think about how many people play Destiny and how many people that play Destiny actually know me, it is incredibly low. The probability is much lower. Will the donations be through Bungie or Super Chat? Bungie, I'll have to disable Super Chat because last year we had people donating through Super Chat, and that's really unfortunate because I put the Super Chat money back, but I only get 60% of Super Chats. YouTube takes the other 40. So like last year we had people donate like $100 through Super Chat. It's like, wow, you know, that's awesome. But that's really inefficient because technically that's $40 that went to YouTube instead of charity. And so this year I'm gonna make sure to turn off Super Chats. Yeah, Sai, it's pretty much just my students are the most important ones. Destiny has a very low player base, don't you think? Absolutely not. No. Destiny has millions of players, my dude. For a living game, it is incredibly prolific, successful right now. Doing very well. YouTube takes some fat cuts. At least it's not as bad as Twitch, but yeah, YouTube's definitely a money goblin. They goblin that money goblin. They're goblin that money gobbles. There's a clever way to say that. I'll come up with it. So, hanging out with family today. So just my wife. We've been taking this pandemic incredibly seriously, and we're not traveling or seeing any family this year. Yo, Finks, what's up? I didn't have plans to, and then the CDC was like, we do not recommend travel, and then I was like, all right, well that fucking seals that. My mom was actually like, we're coming down to visit. I was like, the fuck you are? Get out of here, dude. So it's just me and my wife, which is honestly best case scenario. I'm not really a huge crowd type of guy. I feel like Thanksgiving's really just I'm a scientist. I live in the South. Everyone's like fucking, you know, Southern. And to me, I just have the best time with just me and my wife, personally. But I'm pretty excited about it. Ice. Oh, I'm not fucking saying that. You almost got me. You son of a bitch. Dude. Thank you for the super chat. You almost fucking got me. Damn, this dude teaching us unlocking weapons and killing enemies and teaching chemistry. I came here for copper and found gold. Hey, well, I'm glad you're enjoying the content, brother. You almost fucking got me. This fucking guy. Do you think you're gonna partake in Vault of Glass Day 1? Oh yeah. You know who I am? I'm a gamer, brother. Of course I am. Get out of my face. I'm a polymer chemist. Good on you. We are too. My wife's grandmother died a couple days. Oof, and her aunt passed away last night. This year's been super rough. Dude, I'm sorry, man. That sucks. That's really unfortunate. Hopefully you guys are doing all right. Oh, fuck. Yeah, this year's been crazy, dude. It blows my mind that people still aren't taking this seriously, though. Like, I don't know, man. It's for, well, you can only ask so much of people. Me and mine, we're taking it seriously, and I think at the end of the day, that's like the most you can do. But we'll see. We'll see. I have like people in my fucking lab, like that work with me, that are getting on a plane next month. It's like, are you like, what the? You're I just want to. Okay, a PhD candidate taking a plane in the middle of the worst spike of new cases during a pandemic. Like, just fucking neck me right now, brothers. What's happening here? I don't know. I did not get Eyes of Tomorrow, man. I just fucking, I don't know, man. Oh. You feel like VOG isn't gonna be received well? With how good Deepstone Crypt is, they've got some tricks up their sleeves for VOG. I'm very confident. Yo, what's up, Iconic? How you doing, brother? I am confident Bungie has some chalupas up their sleeves, brothers. I think it'll be something nutty's gonna happen. Where's like, oh no. Oh, I don't think I got it. Yo, Ender, thank you for subbing. I don't know. I don't think they're going to do a full revamp. I think a lot of the mechanics are going to be the same, but there's got to be something different. An extra mechanic. Oracles and confluxes, or confluences. Confluences. That's what it's called. Yes, Vision of Confluence. Those have to be changed. Something has to happen. They have to be shorter. They have to be higher intensity. If Vault of Glass releases in the same exact form, it will not be received correctly. You are correct. Or not, no, not correctly. It will be received correctly. It will not be received super favorably. It is, you can't take one of the most mechanically complex raids we've ever had with Deepstone Crypt, with most moving parts out of like any raid. You can't take that and then immediately go to the most simple raid we have ever had in terms of mechanics. That, it just won't work. I don't think it'll work. I mean, Bungie's done crazier things before, but I truly think they have to do something crazy, and they also have to revamp the weapons, because what made Vault of Glass weapons special were like their perk rolls, and most of those perk rolls can just come on like blues nowadays. So, let's see, man. VOG was incredibly simple. Boss fights had one mechanic, 2 max. They were incredibly... There are more mechanics in the first encounter of Crown of Sorrow than the entire Atheon fight. Actually, to be fair, their mechanics are incredibly similar with the destroying the crystals versus destroying the oracles. My point being, VOG was a cool first raid, but mechanics have gone like just if you look at a graph and it's like mechanics per encounter, Vault of Glass is down here at like 2, and then like fucking you have Spire of Stars up at the very top with like 40. So. Oh man. If people call Deepstone Crypt easy and they put Vault without changes, let the sweats complain. Oof. I think Deepstone Crypt is easy for a different reason though. Deepstone Crypt, the ads they're on some freaking amphetamines or something, dude. They just stand there and vibrate. They don't shoot anything. You can go into the first encounter and you can stand in front of a group of ads and they just look at you like, they're like, do you have my cocaine? It's like, no, Mr. Dreg, I think you've had enough cocaine. Just shoot me, please. It's like you are trying to wipe on purpose. And they're like, but my drugs, I need my drugs. Fucking, oh goodness. How do you not have CloudStrike yet? Because I've only done 10 hunts. So, but in terms of mechanics, Deepstone Crypt is incredibly it's got a lot of depth. It's a lot of fun. A lot of very fluid depth, which I like a lot. The ads, for some reason, were just turned down to like 4, which is fine. Like, that is an observation. That is not a complaint. I just want everyone to know that. I just want everyone to know that. Vault of Glass, I imagine the enemies... I mean, the enemies in Vault of Glass were much more complex. Like, if you think about, like, the, whenever you got teleported to the past or future, or Venus or Mars on left or right, I think it was Mars, the past, or the future. Yeah, on the left. I think they had, like, Hobgoblin snipers, dude. Those guys would fuck you up. Like, you would jump, you would be like Aegis guy, and you'd like jump up and you go like, rah, and he's like, poof, and just one shot you. I mean, that shit was turned up to 12. I remember being terrified of those guys. Because the shot was always, all right, 2 people in here with me, chuck nades. I'll go and beat the shit out of them with the Aegis. And it's like, if they miss their nades, if you had like a suppressor nade or something, or a blinding nade that didn't hit, it was like, you're fucked, you're done, you're dead. Whereas in Deep Stone Crypt, it's like, you'll miss a grenade and the enemy will walk up to it and like eat it. Boom! This is ridiculous. This is insane. Cactus wants his vlog hero moments. Hey man, well I think that's a respectable thing. I think this raid actually has a lot of opportunities for hero moments though. I think it was done very well where you can the buffs are very interchangeable. Anyone can get them. You can take the nukes. There's a lot of fluidity. There's not so like for instance like if you take Scourge of the Past, the first encounter, you pick up an orb, you are committed. You are dying with that orb or you are putting it in the thing. What they did really well in this one is someone can swoop in, oh, I'm about to die of radiation. They can be like, yoink, and take it and save the day. That's brilliant. There's different raids where, let's say like King's Fall, you got the runner buff, you fall, you die of fall damage because you forgot to jump or something. Boom, the raid's over because you can no longer get that buff. But in this raid, you pull something like, I'm a suppressor. Oh, I suppressed 2. I killed myself. Someone can run over, pick it up, finish it. There's a lot of I like mechanics that are not hard locked to a single player. They did it very, very well. It allows for a lot of those hero moments. It allows for a lot more fluidity. It allows for... It just feels much more natural and free-flowing. I dislike a lot when mechanics are just hard locked. It's like you pick one player, and if that player fucks up, you're done.
They say you are a great warrior. Destroyer of the warriors.
So there you go. I just think this raid was so well done, man. Is Deep Stone Crypt the longest raid? Oh no, not by a long shot, dude. We did a flawless run where we were being extra careful in 27 minutes. I would say if we fully sent it, we could probably get down to like 23-minute runs. Maybe a little lower, depending on RNG with people, or not really RNG, but people, you know, like the Sparrow, the first part of the Sparrow takes a little bit of time. That sort of stuff. I think we could probably get down to like 23, 24-minute casual runs. Not the longest raid by a long shot. Do you see Silmar speedrun 16 minutes? God damn, dude. Those guys are fucking insane. Do you know if Gran was part of that team? Gran Gal? He was actually the person, he was one of the people that first got me into Lowmans, dude. He's insane. Oh, a second one spawned. Like that. Can't wait till we get more of a regular squad with some experience and start moving through it a lot faster. Yeah, it's just, it's so good for spoil farming and stuff. Isn't 23 minutes run show that the raid is kind of weak sauce? No. I wouldn't say anything like that. I think it shows more of coordination among teams. I see with raids like this, It depends if you have a raid where you can shorten encounters or not. So like if you take a raid like King's Fall, their speedruns are hard capped for 2 reasons. One, the length of the raid. You have to sprint to fucking Venus and back. And 2, you have multiple encounters that are hard locked to a minimum. The first encounter and Oryx and sort of sisters to a degree that are hard locked to a certain amount of phases. And so those speedruns are going to be longer, but that doesn't mean that's because the raid's hard. It just means it's because it's how Bungie designed it. And I actually dislike that a lot because with raids like King's Fall, it doesn't matter how skilled you are taking 15 minutes on Oryx, right? That's just it. And to me, that doesn't show that the raid's harder. It just shows that the raid doesn't have a skill gap. Whereas if you can one-phase Atraks, or you can one-phase the first encounter, or you can deposit all 4 nukes at once on Tanniks the Abomination and get the longer damage phase and get there faster, that to me doesn't mean that the raid is weak sauce per se, to quote you. It means that there's a large degree, there's a large skill gap curve that really rewards players who take the time to learn the mechanics of the raid and truly fit into their roles, which I really like. I think that's very cool. Nice. Now, thank you. So I wouldn't always equate short speedruns to like take Garden for instance, right? The only reason Garden speedruns were so short is because there's like 3 out of bound glitches that people use to skip to have someone ready at the next encounter. But that's just an out of bound exploit. That doesn't mean that the encounters with 5 or 4 people are any less difficult. So that's just my kind of 2 cents on it. It's more about, I think the faster speedruns are less about how easy a raid is and more about the creativity of the player base. Yo, Giraffe, thank you for subbing, brother. We've had so many with only a couple or one that have been running through, but experience is definitely growing. In a situation where someone drives another can grab the buffs and save the counter is so nice. Dude, I totally agree. I love the fluidity of this raid, like I mentioned. Very well done for sure. You ever shatter something with a well? Kill him! Oh, I didn't realize there's a hobble gobble here. 2, 3. Is 1240 enough to do DSC? Yeah. Yo, Juan, thank you so much for subbing, brother. Like this raid is genuine fun, like how Scourge the Past was. So I actually, the more I did Scourge, the more I disliked it. I thought it got very tedious after a while. Mostly the aesthetic. It got kind of boring and gray and brown. But this one I think is gonna have a lot more longevity. I really like it. Man, Scary, you have the best views when it comes to Destiny. I just really enjoy the game, you know? Like, I'm here to fin a vibe and have a good time, you know? I'm not afraid of constructive criticism. I'll definitely throw it out there when it's warranted. But I mean, especially Bungie deserves all the credit on this one, dude. They knocked it out of the fucking park. 1, 2, 3. Where's your RNG so bad? Fuck if I know. Combo for the sword. So you block with C. 1, 2, 3 light attack, heavy attack. Always. That's always the best combo. Did they disable the heavy attack in air? I thought this was bugged where it didn't use ammo or something. RNG is a random number generator. It's essentially a way to say luck. It's a more computery way to say luck. All difficulty levels. Yeah, I know. I just need to farm out champions for other triumphs because if you guys don't know, if you're new here, I go for max triumph score. So I need to kill like 100 champions, and the basic level does not have champions, so The hardest one though, this season you have to get 50 wins at legend rank and comp, dude. That's literally like 20 hours worth of game. But I'll get it throughout the season. Shoot him! Oh, thank you, Case. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way. And, yeah. It's Catalyst for Salvage Script. How would you imagine Catalyst for Ice Launcher? Something that increase DPS. Yeah, maybe you could charge it further, or you don't have to charge it as long to get the big one or something. Or you can, oh, it'd be really cool if you could remote stasis shatter. Like you made a stasis crystal and you could blow it up by hitting like your aim down sight button or something. But it'll probably just get like increased reserves or something. Favorite part of the raid? All of it, yes. Pog chat, pog. Hell yeah, we're gaming. Yes. Whew. All right, what are we doing, chat? What are we gonna go kill shit with it or what? What are we thinking? Where's the best place to kill things? We thinking a Crucible game, or are we thinking somewhere else, or what are we thinking here? What are we thinking? Give me a place to try this. Crucible, alright, we'll do a Crucible game. Let me get rid of all this other junk in my inventory. Okay, where's my PvP stuff? Oh my goodness. 50 zoom equals bad? Oh, is it super high zoomed? I was not aware of this. Oh, what the fick? There we go, let me put on my... Did we stasis in, or are we solar in? Probably stasis in, right? And then, yeah, I don't really care what's on it. Get the stat increase, that's fine. Okay. Let's try it out, chat. What do we think? We gonna get some collats? Control, of course. Of course, is always on time fix. Fortunately, no. Hopefully it stays broken. Get the iron. Oh yes, the ornament. Yeah, the ornament, I don't think I want to buy the ornament for silver, because it'll be for Bright Dust later in the season, right, chat? Yeah, are all of these going to be available for Bright Dust? Oh, it's such a nice ornament, dude. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, okay. Dude, I love how it's a rock. It's a lightning rock through the middle of the gun. I think that is so cool. Yo, what's up, Dolvin? How you liking? Or how you liking? How you doing, brother? All right. Rating clips. This could be a good one. This could be a bad one. It could be a good one. I'm not warmed up. So, we're going to miss a lot of shots. You ready? Get the hands warmed up. Good morning, Face. How you doing? Okay, here we go. Oh, that's not too bad. What's the zoom? This is a zoom 50. What's the zoom on, I don't like the... Hopefully the catalyst adds quick scoping. What's that called? What's the scoping thing called? Do I have unflinching on, by the way? Yeah. Quick scope. Quick draw. Nope. Okay, I'm bad. Oh! He fucking froze, so he stopped strafing. I led the shot. Dudes, I don't want to talk about it. I'll hit this. Give me a second to warm up, chat. Look, yeah, I'm hitting every shot. I'm a god right now.
Zone B captured. Zone advantage is yours.
Whoa!
Together.
That was almost embarrassing. Snapshot, thank you. Yes. Holy. Okay, here we go. We're gonna actually hit a shot here, okay? I promise. Nice. Hey, I did promise. I'm glad I actually hit that. I don't want to be a liar.
2 for 1. Zone A lost. They have advantage. Zone A captured. You have zone advantage.
Whoa! Oh, I'm fucked. We've been practicing for flawless. Hey, we are going for flawless tomorrow at reset. I will not be using this.
Zone C captured.
Here we go.
Keep the pressure on.
We're gonna get some snipes here. You ready?
Zone B lost.
Oh, I'm so dead if I go up here.
Enemy has zone advantage.
Eek! Oh! God damn it! I feel like the ADS zoom feels slower. Is that a thing? Like, I feel like my flicks are not as fast on this sniper. Maybe I'm just freaking, I don't know, a loser.
Zone C lost.
Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking... Why no 1440p? It proved to be a little bit too much for everything to handle, unfortunately. That's okay. High zoom equals slower ADS speed. See? You learn something new every day. I didn't know that. Oh, I'm about to get fucked!
Zone C captured. You have zone advantage.
Oh, he just stood there and fucking took it. Ooh! CLOUDSTRIKE Orm is the week before the last. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Dell. I appreciate that. See, I wasn't aware of the, this is the problem with me, is I find one gun I really like, and I just fucking, that's all I use. And so, like, I got really used to the beloved slash adored. Beloved slash adored. I need to stop calling it beloved. I don't like a trash can. Like, how is that not a hit? You're out of your goddamn mind.
Zone C lost. They have advantage.
Hit the shot. There we go. Just got to get used to the slowies boy. When are you going for Descendant Seal? I already have everything that you can currently get. All I need is the 4 challenges and the Secret Triumph. That isn't available yet. So as soon as that's available. Whoa, rude. I'm gonna no-scope this nerd. Called it. Oh, what the fuck? My boat just spawned there. What the fuck was that? Yo, movie. How you doing?
Strong start. Fight on.
Oh man. Yeah, rendering. So you got to think when you stream, you essentially have to render everything twice. So I have to use twice. It's not quite twice, but I have to use a lot of processing power, or in this case, from. Please freeze him. Should have gone for the sniper shot. Yeah, so Dell, it does hurt a lot more than you would think. Whatever Destiny, so Destiny changed something with the lighting engine or something in this last DLC, And it causes everything to be way more intensive. Yo, Jose, how you doing? How about that quick flick?
Double down.
Okay, I'm starting to get warmed up. I'm starting to feel in my loins. Oh,
Down.
dude.
As one.
I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel good.
Zone A captured.
Fucking
Zone
no.
advantage is yours. That's a power play. You took them. Now hold them.
Oh, I don't like this at all.
Zone A.
Oh. He froze me with his rift. He froze me. With his rift. With his rift, chat. Teammate, you want to shoot him, maybe?
Zone C lost. They
Oh, I'm fucked. I'm fucked. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. I'm so dead. So dead. Oh my god, how am I alive?
You made that look easy, Warlock. 3 minutes. Hold strong, and this battle is yours.
We sending it. You gonna jump up there? I want to get like a quintuple kill. Fair enough. Oh, I thought I didn't kill him. I was like, what?
Lost. Enemy has zone advantage. There.
Oh my god, dude, that Titan about ended my career. Oh. Oh my god, dude. I thought I was.
B. Zone advantage.
Oh my. Dude. Oh my, dude, that Titan about ended my career. Wait, do I have the thing where they get frozen? Oh, I do. Didn't know that. Like, I did know that, but I forgot about it, I guess. Oh my, dude. He was just like, boom.
Impressive.
Oh, man.
Give the Red Jacks a lesson.
Did we do good? We do all right for our first of the day? I mean, I'll take it. I'll take it. I like it. I like it. I like it a lot. We'll take that. We win those. We win those. Damn. Dude, I thought that Titan was like, he was right in my face. Oh my god, that's terrifying, dude. I'm gonna buy it for Bright Dust whenever it's available. So here, I guess for the rest of the stream, we'll just do some we'll do some triumphs. I think that's what we're gonna do. We can get these two in one. Trying to think, like, I don't have much to do in terms of, oh, dude, that is so painful. Defeat combatants with grenade abilities, bro. It's like literally, I don't know the best way to do that. There has to be a farm for that, but I don't know what it is. We want to get some of these done, chat. Maybe. Get that one. Lost sectors are easy. Sabotage quests. Wall grenades. Oh, okay. Yeah, Del Boy, but I play at 1440. So everything takes a lot more. Plus, I mean 3 monitors, which also takes a lot. Farm the map version of Glassway with... Oh, you could do the map version. That's a really good point. The problem is I'll have to find a fire team to do that. I have a 10700. My CPU is not the problem. I'm not being CPU throttled. Has nothing to do with my CPU. Can you see why everyone loves the taste of Cinnamon Toast Crunch? Dude, let me tell you guys. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is good, but the sugar cookie version is so much better. All right. Does anyone... What are we doing here? What do we want to do, chat? What are we... Let's farm champs. If anyone would like to farm champions, join up. We'll use CloudStrike even. Well, no, I want Lament. Oh, there's probably a sword finder on it. Yeah, there's a sugar cookie version. It's so good. Yeah, if anyone wants to farm champions, we'll just do it for a little bit, because I've got to, here soon I'm going to have to go start making dinner. Or help my wife make dinner, I guess I should say. I should give proper credit. So what we're going to do... Didn't you get a 3090? Yeah. I do have a 3090. Oh, Nightbot's wrong. I keep forgetting to update that. I do need to. Alright, so... Essentially, Simp Slayer and Joe so you two, what we're gonna do, we're gonna get to the end with the brig, and we're not gonna kill the brig. Don't kill the brig, we just sit there and we farm the barrier over and over and over again. That's what we're gonna do. Me and my wife are doing really, really well, thank you. Who's Joe? I don't know who's Joe. One second, let me text my wife. So yeah, we'll get to the end here. Oh, let me put a...
Twilight Gap, yes. Theme for ruthlessness. For final death.
Sorry, it's getting hot. Yo, Akram, what's up? If you look testing 1070K does bottleneck. I mean, looking at my own system and looking at it, the bottleneck's not at the 10700. It's at it's with the 3D rendering of the 3090.
They say you are a great warrior.
I mean, I've troubleshooted the hell out of it. Believe me, I've optimized it. You don't spend that much on a video card and not
My time.
exhaust all your resources, you know? What are you in for Thanksgiving? Ham, because all my homies hate turkey, dude. Fuck turkey. Turkey is the... I don't know why... Yo, Michael, what's up? Thank you for subbing. I don't know why people simp so hard for turkey. It's not that good. Yo, Cade, thank you so much for subbing. Welcome to the channel, brother. Oh, rip. Have you gotten the bread? Yeah, I've gotten the bread. Smoked turkey's so good. Turkey? Oh, no! Turkey has nothing on ham. Preach it. See, my wife says I'm right, and that means I'm right.
We're overhauling things.
Yeah. Honestly, yeah, she's right. I've also never had fried turkey, so. Ham is top tier, dude. You get yourself like a honey ham. Ooh, ooh. I'll snort that shit right now. Don't think I won't. Yeah, we patched in. Man's got some good taste buds. Thank you, brother. Smoked pork is better than honey ham? Dude, you're out of your mind. Wait, you got our cat turkey? They didn't have ham? I don't believe that.
Crazy.
See? Turkey's so bad, we feed it to the cats. Feed it to the cats! I guess you guys didn't see it. Victoria brought me, or she showed me, she got our cat Shadow. We got her a turkey dinner cat thing. Feed it to the cats! Oh, man. Turkey's just super overrated. It's like the driest one. It's like the blandest one. You know, I think the tradition started because old people, like, we had a bunch of turkeys and like all the turkey farmers are like, no one's buying my turkeys. And then they're like, we can pawn it off to old people because they can't taste anything. And then it became like a grandma tradition because it's got the texture of ham, but they can't taste ham anyways. It all tastes the same to them. And it's cheaper. So they're like, turkey, yeah. So you're to hear, it's all a big conspiracy sold to tasteless grandmas. And that's why turkey's the norm for Thanksgiving. Oh, rip. Tradition started because the pilgrims ate turkey. Yeah, I try not to think of like, you know, genocidal home invaders for my holidays. But filet mignon's better than ham. Dude, you can't just fucking like send it like that though. You can't be like, oh, you know, reverse seared ribeye is better than ham. Like, that's not the question, you know? Momo, let's ignore the death and have some turkey instead. That's what it is, because turkey tastes like death. It's our time-honored tradition. Alright, don't kill Brig. Don't kill Brig. Farm champs. So this champion will spawn over and over again. Oh. Yo, Clouds, I'm loving it. Loving it, brother. So, camps should keep spawning. So I believe another Skiffy boy will come. Oh, you have stream open? Oh, nice. Who doesn't do mashed potatoes? I've always had a saying, and I don't know how popular this is. Mashed potatoes are the best condiment. You heard me correctly. Mashed potatoes are the best condiment on earth. You can put mashed potatoes on, like, everything. You put mashed potatoes on your gravy? Better. You put mashed potatoes on your roll? Better. You dip your ham in your mashed potatoes? Better. Instead of whipped cream, you put mashed potatoes on your hot chocolate? Better. Fact. Oh, dude, fuck pumpkin pie. All my homies hate pumpkin pie. I saw someone make a cake out of steak and the frosting was mashed potatoes. I think I need new pants. Oh my goodness. That's the hottest thing I've ever heard. Sweet potato pie, not a fan. I like, can I pose for a second? Sure, dude. CLOUDSTRIKE worth the grind? It's pretty legit. Hey, leave my friends alone. Pika. Oh, pecan pie. It's very good. Yo, Ray Gun. Thank you for subbing. Big fan of pecan pie. Go pumpkin pie and smoked turkey, dude. Centaur. Centaur's the type of guy to like fried bologna sandwiches, low key. You don't like pumpkin pie because it's gross? It's like not only is the texture awful, but the taste is really subpar as well. Here, have some creamy dirt. Thanks. Oh, man. CloudStrike's better than any sniper? It's not. Yo, Tobias, thank you so much for subbing. Surely it's not better. I haven't seen the numbers, but surely it's not better than Glizzy, right? Is it an Augie grenade launcher? I have a really hard time thinking that would be better than that. Cranberry sauce equals yummy? Dude, I can get behind that. You like cookies? Dude, I fucking love cookies. Dude, Centaur, wait, where'd you go? I want to know if he likes fried bologna sandwiches. I want to know if my character identification is on right. Glizzy isn't a sniper, it's a build. Yeah, but you can't glizzy with the CLOUDSTRIKE, right? A singular weapon doesn't define DPS, your build defines DPS. Things like high energy fire, lucent blade if you're using a sword, all these things are the important. Your weapon is not the most important part of DPS. It's everything, you know, are you using well, are you using bubble, what debuffs are you using on the boss. So one-to-one comparison isn't really ideal, right? You want to compare your entire build using these things. Haven't you tried bologna? You've never had bologna? My man said what? What's going on here? Who knows, man? Has the most depot special except for Fourth Horseman. I think I'll have to check, dude. I'll have to check. That's if you're min-maxing? Well, that's the whole point. No one makes DPS guides for normies. You gotta make DPS guides for chads. You know what I'm saying here? Chads only, brethren. Yeah, I'll have to check out Era's new video for sure. So your opinion on Tanniks being the raid boss? I hope they keep bringing him back. This is heroic. Oh, I thought. What do you have against Chads? No, I like Chads. My point is no one. The build is the most important part, but you know it's really important. You have to know. That's what makes a good player a great player, is knowledge of how different mechanics. You know, I don't want to know how good this virgin weapon is I just picked up off the ground and I don't have a catalyst for it and I don't have any mods outfitted for it, because that doesn't matter. That's not how you're going to be using it. You got to show how it is in its most optimal form. Can it beat something in the form, maybe not the most optimal form, but the form that you are going, the most easily accessible, consistent form that it can take. You know what I'm saying? It's all for the top 10%. Well, it's something to strive for. There's nothing gatekeeping weapons. You know, you can grind out for whatever the hell you want. I really hope. So I have a theory that I was explaining this on stream the other day. That that I think every single race is gonna have like the epitome. So like if you think about it, like our Guardian is the epitome of human, or EXO or whatever, of the Guardian race. So like we're supposed to be like the best of the best of the best. Oh, I just need 7 more. Hell yeah. And if you think like for the Fallen, I think that's going to be Tanniks. Like I think Tanniks will keep coming back. He's like the most pure form of Fallen. He's the strongest. If you watch, okay, so like think about it like this. Like if you watch Supernatural, they had a whole season. It was a bad season, but it was a cool concept where each race, like werewolves and vampires, they had an alpha. So it was essentially like the strongest one. It was the oldest. It was the strongest of the species. And I think Destiny is approaching somewhere like that, where like Savathûn is the ultimate hive, and Tanniks will be. Honestly, it'll probably be Mithrax is the ultimate fallen. But it'd be really cool if Tanniks was like the guy. He just kept getting more powerful, kept getting brought back to life, and kept growing and growing. For the Cabal, it's obviously Callus, right? Or his daughter Kyathul or whatever. And then what else is there? Vex. Oh shit! For Vex, it's obviously the Undying Mind, right? The Undying Mind keeps creeping back in, and so like, I think at the end of Destiny, we're just gonna have all these beefy boys, and they are the ultimate contenders for each race. Tanniks will be the Hunter Vanguard. Can you imagine? What was Skolas? Skolas was he was the catalyst. Skolas is the reason Taken King happened the way it did, and we didn't get destroyed. If Skolas never happened, then I believe Mara never would have known about Oryx, which means she never would be able to delay Oryx and sacrifice herself to start the whole Savathûn thing with Dreaming City, and then we would have died and we would not have been able to beat Oryx. That's my loose interpretation of the lore. Pacific Rim style ending a life all D, that'd be sick. What about the Worm Gods for Hive? I think the Worm Gods might actually be their own thing. Because technically the Worm Gods aren't... Well, are they Hive? Well, so I guess you kind of get into the... What were the Hive called before they ingested the worms? They had a different name, I think. They had a different name. You have a chair or not? I flip-flop. My chair's beyond my green screen. You can... Wait, is my room in it? It's kind of a mess, but you know. Oh, well. Whatever. It's beyond the green screen. Krill. Yeah, sure. But my point is I think Bungie has to keep these species. Oh, Bungie has to keep these species relevant, even after we dismember or dismantle their leadership, right? And so, like, where the hell is it? Oh, is it Salvation? 3 more. So even, you gotta think like, in Destiny 1, all we did was constantly dismantle fallen houses. Over and over and over and over again. We just went, every House of Wolves, we dismantled that house. Taking King, we got rid of a couple more. Freaking, Rise of Iron, we destroyed the House of Devils. And so, like, now there's only 2 houses, right? You have the House of Light and you have the House of Salvation. Well, we pretty much just, like, absolutely tore apart the House of Salvation. So now you pretty much only have the House of Light. And Bungie has to find a way to keep them relevant as bad guys, right? And so their way of doing that is in my theory, going to be this ultimate one for people to rally behind, the Kell of Kells, if you will. They need to do something with the Scorn. I think the Scorn have outlived their... Scorn had a story purpose, and now it doesn't make any sense. So I cannot personally see how the Scorn would ever be brought back into the story effectively. He does not own a chair. Hell yeah. Dude, yeah, Kreese, I really hope we fight, like, I hope Savathûn is the long haul, the long con bad guy for Destiny. Savathûn very much feels like she could be the ultimate bad. You know, because the Dark is like, we don't actually know if it's bad. It seems like it's just kind of misunderstood type of thing. I don't really fucking know. That should be it. Nice. Do you guys need to finish this? Hunt? Alright, let's finish it. There we go. Just farming champs? Yeah, that's what we were doing. I got that one. If you guys don't know, I'm a max triumph score farmer. What is your purpose? Max triumph score. the Scorn just seem like useless right now, right? Like there's no story beats. They got very well wrapped up with the exception of the Fanatic being able to die infinitely. Dude, I saw someone posted a meme on Twitter where they took a servitor and they put Tanniks' legs on it because Tanniks' legs are missing after the raid. That shit is so funny, dude. But is Traveler's the bad one? I doubt it. People have had that theory for a while. I don't like that. I think at the end of the day, what's gonna happen, once again, to kind of bring it back to Supernatural, it just wrapped up. It just finished, so it's like fresh on my mind. You know, in Supernatural, you find out like heaven and hell, they both suck. They're both just assholes. Like God's a prick, and God's actually like the big bad at the end of the series. But where like Satan was the big bad for the beginning of the series, and so like Destiny might be like that. It might just turn out that the Traveler's just a fucking prick, dude. You know, just resurrects. Because if you think about it, you read the lore, the way that is described is the Traveler, or the Light and the Dark, the Widower and the Gardener, the Winnower and the Gardener, excuse me, they're just playing a game. Like, dude, the Traveler just might just be a prick, dude, you know? Might just be a big ass. And so it's just us in the middle of it trying to, you know, decide our destiny, make our own fate.
Barracks, Phylax is down.
Well, not supposed to.
But there are other powerful Elixni.
Thank you guys for hopping in here. How'd you get your shotgun? Let me check. Okay, that was awesome. So we got that one done. So Ice, yeah. What shotgun do I have? Let me check real quick for you, brother. Okay, so I think we have a little bit more. Got a little bit more time. Actually, I might request their help again because I have to farm heroic patrols. Those things fucking suck. What else do I have to do? That's done. Technocrats next week. I could get this one done. In the ambush step. You need heroic patrols? Alright, I can take us in and out for heroic patrols. We can fucking do that. Alright, cool. I'll take us in and out. Sorry, I missed the donations. So yeah, Ice, sorry. Let me. So this shotgun was a world drop, or not a world drop. It came from the prismatic recaster last season. Did they just add this back to the drop pool, chat? I think they added it back to the drop pool. It's incredible. This is some of the best DPS. I think this might be the highest DPS legendary in the entire game. Well, that's actually probably changed because of the new raid shotgun. I don't know. It's in the drop pool. Cool. So I would get this roll. Also, this is really good. Oh, no. The raid shotgun is really good because it comes with a better auto loading. If this does it while it's in your hand, and can get double capacity, and you could get some pretty incredible perks in this slot. And it's a kinetic, so you get that like 5 or 10% bonus headshot damage. So Simp and Joe, what you do here, essentially, we'll load in Europa, we'll roll in. 1 second, Darren, I'll get to yours in a second. I'm not forgetting you, I promise. We will load in, we'll see if there's a heroic patrol. If there's not, we'll fly out and we'll come back in, and we'll just farm like that. It's the best way to farm them. So like there's none here, so I'm gonna take us out and I'm gonna keep loading this back in. Yes, Darren, so I'm so sorry that it took me so long, brother. Thank you guys for you both for the super chats. Love your face. Thought the House of Light were on their side because Mithrax helped us on 0 hour. Mithrax is on our side, yeah. My whole point is I think they're gonna do something with the House of Salvation to make them returning bad guys over and over and over again. I have the same roll, but I have extended mag. Oof. Extended's not bad. Assault is always the best, though, for rate of fire. I got stability. Really wish that was range. I think my best one would be Reconstruction, and then the other one, I forget what it's called, Reconstitution or whatever. And then range here with the Assault mag, but we'll get there. So... Who got raids worlds first? That would be Luminous Clan. Absolute gamers, really cool people. They did not get the exotic, no. Recombination, there you go. Yeah, so you want reconstruction, recombination. I think is like the absolute god roll with assault and range. If Destiny made a movie and you're allowed to choose the right actors, what would the story be about? Well, I mean, in terms of the right actors, I would just pick their voice actors, right? All of their voice actors are renowned movie stars. So, like, Nathan Fillion would make the best Cade. Lance Reddick would make the best Zavala. Just put some blue makeup on him, easy. And then it's always down here in the Nexus. It's always in the same spot. I would absolutely just cast... Lenny James would make an incredible Shaxx. Cast everyone just as their own thing. Bungie's really good at infusing a lot of the actors' personality into their characters. A Destiny movie would be really cool, but I'm worried about that because like movies about games always suck. Well, not always. Like more times than not suck though. What if they end Destiny, but just by saying we're in a Vex simulation, I'll hate it. I hate dream sequence endings. Peter Dinklage has to be a ghost. Oh, dude. Can you imagine? That'd be awful. DYK FS, the Whisper Worm Quest. Oh, do you know if the Whisper of the Worm Quest is ever coming back? It might at some point. I think. So thank you for the super chat. We don't have any official confirmation on this. Astacross supposedly broke his NDA a while back, and he said that when Bungie invited them all to the creator summits, it was framed differently. So for us in the community, Bungie framed it that the content vault was to make the game smaller, and to remove content from the game to make more room for more content that's more manageable in the game. When the creators went to the Creator Summit, what they were told is that it was actually, things were temporarily being taken out of the game to be essentially recoded, reformatted to fit the new changes that they're making. And so right now you got to think of like code. It's just layers and layers and layers on code to make it more like bubbles of code connected to a central bubble. So make it more like nodes is the way I understood it, versus like things laying on top. Instead of stacking like this, you lay them out sideways on the same plane and you connect them, and that way it's a lot more, everything's got its own individual little codey boys that make everything easier to manage, and it would alleviate, supposedly, a lot of the bugs. So that's why sometimes when they change something in PvE, Crucible gets fucked up, because everything is laid on top of each other. Whereas with this thing, hopefully they would be completely separate entities that we just access from a same central node. That's the way I understand it. So if that's true, so there's a couple things to keep in mind there. Astacross and them went to the Creator Summit way before we ever got word of it. So that could have been their original intention, and then they just changed it. So it could have changed. It could be ways out. It could never return. I think this stuff will eventually come back. We'll have to wait and see. I don't really know. But, let's see, man. Can you farm for this weapon? Yeah, you can farm for this. Or is it just a random drop? So, yeah, you can farm for it. So, 7 official, it only drops from these Empire Hunts. So just do Empire Hunts over and over and over again, and you are essentially farming for the weapon. Should you get the Lament? Absolutely! What type of question is that? Yeah! Lament's like #1 exotic in the game right now. Do you stand while you play? Sometimes. I'd say it's about 50-50. My back starts to hurt if I'm in any one position for a long amount of time, so I like to alternate between sitting and standing. It helps offset that a little bit, personally. Yo, what's up, Delta? How you doing, brother? Stream's going well. But if I'm focused on like hardcore content, then I'm sitting down, you know, sweating my ass off. Jason, do you agree with what Glad said about the 24-hour Deepstone Crypt emblem being basically a handout? I personally think that's completely wrong on that one. I think he made a gut feeling based on the the environment of Twitter before all of the statistics were out. I mean, if you look, it was only about a 1.9% success rate of everyone who tried, and everyone who tried was only like 5% of the community, 10% of the community. So you got to think still only like the top 1% did get it. Or I don't want to say the top 1%, but only like 1% of 1% got it, or whatever. It's a really low claim rate. So I think it was more of like a, you know, on that night where you completed it and the day after, everyone was like, oh, I got it. Where usually it's only a couple of teams. But you also got to keep in mind that most of the people that Glad follows are these hardcore creators. So of course it's going to seem like more of an echo chamber. So I don't think, I think there's a couple of things. From the information that he had available, I can see why it maybe seemed like a handout. And I definitely agree that the ads were a bit too easy, and they still remain a bit too easy in the raid. They're not a threat. The mechanics are the threat. I do not think it was necessarily a handout, though. I think it was easier than previous years, but I personally think there's more of a problem with only 2 teams finishing with Last Wish than 5,000 or whatever teams finishing with this raid. I think it says a lot more. I think this was one of the most well-balanced and well-prepared world's first attempts, day ones. I really like it. You also have to account for the fact that this was like the 2nd or 3rd most played day 1 raid in history. So no, I think that I don't fault him for it. I get where his mentality is coming from. He does not deserve death threats and shit like he's been getting. Absolutely not. I do not think it was necessarily quote-unquote a handout. I do think it was easier than previous day 1 attempts, but I do not necessarily think that is a problem. Think the difficulty, especially on the ad side, could have been fine-tuned just a little bit. I think the contest modifier was fine. If the ads knew how to shoot, it would have been the perfect difficulty for day 1. But with only 1.9% success rates, and how engaged it got the community and how excited everyone was about this raid, I think it was perfectly fine, personally. So that's my take on it. I'm kind of in between. I don't like to have a gatekeeping or an elitist attitude. I like to have an attitude where everyone should strive to get better. So I'm not the type of person that'll tell you, I like the game this way, the game has to be this way. You have to conform to it. Or, oh, you're not good enough, so you can't do this. The way I like to approach things is, I wish there was harder content, optional harder content. Things like flawless raids. I think things like titles should be reserved for people who do like fucking insane things. But day 1 completions are not necessarily one of those. I think it should be reserved to very, very good players. But honestly, if you got past Atraks day 1, you're a fucking solid player, legit. So I have a mentality where everyone should strive to be the best player they can and get better and get better and get better, but that should all be done without any gatekeeping and without any elitism, right? I think we should all encourage each other to do insane things, but it shouldn't be to the detriment of those who don't have the time or the will or the desire to do it, right? So there should be optional. The raid shouldn't be insanely hard. It's at a good difficulty right now. It shouldn't be insanely blistering hard, but there should be an optional harder difficulty for people who want to push themselves to get better at the game. So the ads didn't have guns. Wait, yeah, they do. Got it, like dregs and stuff. Or yeah, the ads had guns. Some of them did, right? Do none of the ads in the games have guns? Servitors shoot. Bosses shoot. Wait. I think some do. My point is the ads just stare there and look at you. Like, we literally did this on stream where we were trying to wipe and I sat there for like literally a minute. Just sat in the middle of the encounter. And the ads never killed me. Everyone else was dead. I was the last one alive. I sat there. Ads all around me. They didn't kill me. It was a minute, and then the fucking mechanics wiped me. So, but the thing is there is a way to do difficult content, and there's a way to go about it without being elitist and without gatekeeping. So I think like people don't really know what those words mean before they use them. You know, being a gatekeeper, being elitist doesn't mean you want... It doesn't just mean that you like hard content, right? It means you are actively restricting other people from participating in easier content because you think every player should have a base level of skill. All the major threats for captains, wretches, swords. Fair enough. They still don't hit you. But, yeah. So, no, I get the sentiment of what Glad was saying. I don't necessarily agree with it. I think it is more exciting. Do I like having rare emblems? Sure. You know, for instance, this is not the best example, but I have Raedrix. I got Raedrix season 3. I think like only like 9,000 people got Raedrix, period. And then I actually went to Legend. So I have like one of like 4,000 or something. These are all hand wavy. Raedrix ornaments, right? Like only a couple thousand people have this shit in the entire game. And that's cool. That's cool that I can flex this. I can go this and I can throw that on. Like barely anyone has that. That's really cool. But at the same time, you got to think about the hype generated, right? I've always said this. I hard believe that Scourge of the Past, that Spire of Stars would be much more loved if the day one wasn't as hard as it was. I think people were getting really frustrated with the mechanics and stuff, and there wasn't a lot of hype surrounding the launch of the raid, and so people just hate on the raid even though they've never done it. You see a lot of that. Whereas with this raid, there was a lot of early success. It's really well done. And so on top of it having some of the most well-crafted encounters, some of the most beautiful spaces in the game, and some of the best loot that we've ever seen, if not the best loot we've ever seen from a raid, the community is also currently hyped about it. I have 15 clears in 5 days. I've already done my flawless. And this, I'm not an abnormality. This is a common thing. People are farming this raid over and over and over again. People are trying to get the loot. People are trying to get the exotics. People are just trying to experience the raid again. And I think the hype generated and how much people love this raid is worth the trade-off versus me having an emblem that only 2 people have in the entire game. So personal. Some of the laggiest health bars. Yeah, so it seems like people are doing testing with that Centaur, and it actually looks like it's rebounding based on damage done at the very last second. And so the reason that sometimes it'll rebound a ton is because people will do like 4 light attacks and then a heavy. And so technically that heavy attack was after he was supposed to go immune and disappear. But it wasn't, so the game refunded it. And so that's why sometimes it's so crazy. And the 3 light attacks, heavy attack fits perfectly into that window frame. So that's why now that everyone has Lament, you don't see these huge refunds coming back. So who doesn't like Spire? I'll find you. Yeah, fair enough. What Spare are you using? Always on time. Best Spare in the game right now. Favorite type of brewski? I actually don't really drink a lot of alcohol. I just water, advanced, and milkshakes. That's pretty much that's my daily. Well, I don't have a milkshake every day. I also don't have an advanced every day. Water is like my main drink. I drink like a shit ton of water, and then I'll have an advanced a couple times a week, and I'll have a milkshake. I haven't had a milkshake in a fucking long time, dude. Sad days. Probably have like 1 milkshake every 2 weeks. Pre-COVID. We haven't been eating out, so I haven't really had any milkshakes recently, unfortunately. What are you doing? We are farming heroic. The second worst triumph in the game right now. Farming heroic patrols as part of a fire team. Can you explain the weird glitch where the damage captain outside the map? I have no idea what you're talking about. Maybe Delta does. Delta's a gamer. He might know. Data said that always on time is bad. Did he actually? Data was shitting on always on time? What'd he say? What's my man hating on always on time? Chick-fil-A peppermint milkshake, love them. So good. My favorite Steak and Shake. They have a white chocolate Oreo milkshake. Oh, I'd kill for it. You got Lament earlier today. It's so good. Hell yeah. What's the triumph for? Just triumph score. I'll pull it up right here. I like to have my max triumph score, so I'm grinding for it. Here. You have to do, while on a fire team, complete 40 heroic patrols. Because, you know, that's riveting and engaging content. You said get it hard last over everything in the vendor. No, Dado! RIP! Man. Yeah, once they fix it, though, it is glitched. So once they fix the glitch, almost certainly I will agree with him. But for right now, it's incredible. Yeah, CLOUDSTRIKE, yep. Favorite flavor of shake. Yeah, so pretty much I always go for the like key limes or I like peppermint. That's pretty good. Or coconut cream, you know, stuff like that. I'm less of a chocolate guy. Hell yeah, dude. We're getting so lucky with this. It was like with Glad. On Atraks 4, them got out of the map, Chaos reached the captain, and then went back in the map, did a shit ton of damage. I really don't know what you're talking about. I'll have to look that up. How about they just make all Sparrows fast now? I like the idea of having the fastest Sparrows in the game being from raids. Or the Trials one. I think there should be 3 Sparrows that are 190 right now, like this one. You should, or 180 or however the fast it is. Always on time. The new one from the new raid. I forget the name of it. The one you get from the Pike Triumph. And then also the Trials Sparrow. Those 3, hardest Sparrows in the game to get. They should absolutely be faster than regular normie Eververse Sparrows. No cap. Oh, you can oob during the Atraks encounter. During the cooldown phase, the game teleports him away from the players, but you can get to him. Damage him since he still exists. Oh, really? Interesting. That's really interesting. You can make a raid. What would the enemy race be? Look, man. Look, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Bungie is so much more creative than I am. Okay, if you were to hand me all the game assets and say make a raid, I'm driving straight to Brandon Thorne's house and I'm like, here's all the game assets. Make a raid. that's straight up what I'm doing. I don't know how the hell they come up with this shit every time. Every time a raid's about to come out and I'm like, oh, this one's finally gonna be a bad raid because they've ran out of ideas for mechanics. Like, I can feel it. And then I'm always wrong. They always surprise me with how creative they can get. It's insane. When will my guys and gals, when will they run out of ideas? I don't want them to, obviously. I love me some insane raids. But it's just like, what the hell's going on? These people have more ideas than fucking everyone. It's insane. Yo, Oliver, how you doing? Just, Deepstone Crypt might be my favorite raid. I have to sit on it for a while. I have to do it a couple more times. I've only done it 15 times, you know. It was still a little bit of recency bias, almost for sure. So let me sit on it. Let me do it a couple hundred more times. Oh, is this a brig? This should be my last brig event, so we'll wait for that. Let me experience it. It has all the makings of my favorite raids, though. Like how Navota just hides me on a wall in the new Cosmos Strike. If you could oob her, you could probably kill her too. Oh, Grandmaster oob? Gotta get past the honeymoon phase. Exactly. Look, guys, look. I have preemptively called the raids way better than they are. Crown. I was in love with Crown. And the final encounter of Crown is top 5 best raid encounters of all time. No cap. Not even a question. But the rest of the raid really wears down on you, especially the first encounter and the second encounter a little bit too. Galron, the final encounter, is beautifully crafted. It's like a freaking, it's perfect. That first encounter can go die. It's so bad. It's so weird because, like, here we're gonna it's the dynamic there's so weird because I would easily call phase 1 Galron, or sorry, opening the Witch's Curse encounter. I'd call that the worst encounter of all time easily, not even a competition. And like I said, Galron himself is top 5 easily. So it's so weird that you have such a dynamic raid where my mood goes from to hell yeah so fast. It also doesn't help that Crown had like some of the worst loot ever. Like how the Blizzard's similar to Pit and Crota. Yeah, that was like the first thing I said. I was like, oh shit, it's just Crota. Pretty cool. I love the Sparrow encounter is very cool though. I like it a lot. Did you finish the raid in 24 hours? Oh yeah. Anyone want to do the platoon ambush triumph? Oh, actually, I do. I actually do need to do that, Capu. I don't know why it didn't work, because I have definitely done this as part of a fire team. We did it day 1. We did it all 3 characters day 1. So I don't know why it didn't proc. Because that's part of the campaign is that hunt, and I have yet to do it. So Vlog second encounter is bad as well. Yeah. That's easily my second least favorite is the intro. So forming the spire, defending the confluxes, oracles. That is like, I just count that as one awful encounter, even though it's technically 3 or 2 in an intro or whatever. It is just mind-numbingly boring. I really hope they change it. So, what about Leapfrog and Uter Worlds? That's definitely there. I don't really know if that's like technically an encounter. That's like an intro as well. That is definitely like top 5 worst. I should do lists on these. I should do like top 5 best and top 5 worst raid encounters. I think that'd be a really fun video. See, this is a hard one though, because Tanniks is a really fun encounter, but I actually think that Atraks is a better encounter. Maybe. I have to sit on that, because Atraks, there's a lot of dead time. They're both top tier encounters in my opinion. But actually, I think I like Tanniks better, because the skill. You can deposit all 4 at once. When's Transmog coming? We don't really know Zajon yet. Spire Stars, boss better be top 2. So I really do like Spire Stars. Valkor is a really good encounter. The one thing I dislike, the only part of that encounter I dislike is the pass the ball at the very beginning. That ruins the flow of the encounter so hard. I think it's still a very good encounter, but god damn it. I think if they would have just taken that out and you just start and things come down and then you send people up, it might have been a little bit too short. But the passing the ball, it's not interesting, it's not engaging, it's just like, oh, we have to do this really tedious thing real quick. Just dupe the balls, fair enough. So, I'll have to really sit down and think about it. I mean, Axis is up there, for sure. Axis is up there. Galron is definitely up there. Riven is number 1. Not even a competition. There we go, so that's that one. I don't know. I'll have to sit down and I'll have to like actually think about all of these things. These would be really fun videos. I should do them. Do you think there will be a world's first for VOD? I think that depends on how much Bungie changes it. I think it'll be really telling. If they say there's no world's first competition, then I think it'll be nearly identical. Unfortunately, I hope they changed a lot. But if they say there's no, or if they do say there's one, I think they have changed it quite significantly. It's kind of the same way where there's no technical world's first race for like prestige modes, right? Even though they add things, there's no world's first for it. So I hope they change it as well. VOG, I'm telling you guys, I will die on this hill. Maybe I'll make a video on this too. It would piss a lot of people off, but I fully believe it. Vault the Glass in its form, in its legacy form, in the form it was during Age of Triumph, would not be well recepted in the current form, or in the current game. It is too easy. It is too simplistic. You can't go from raids like Spire of Stars, Last Wish, Deepstone Crypt, and then go to Vault of Glass. It will not work. Beyond Light is incredible. I'm loving it. Please do all watch. Yeah, I'll probably do it. Yeah, I've got a lot of free time. I'm off for 4 days. I haven't been off for 4 days since like when the pandemic started. Deepstone Crypt has the least cool name out of all raids. What? My buddies say what? I think, as much as I love the raid, I think Spire of Stars has a very boring name. I get what they were going for. Deepstone Crypt is a cool name, in my opinion. Especially like if you take like the lore perspective of it, I think that's really cool. Fingers crossed they bring back a few other recoded raids with VOG. So I think what they're gonna do is like 1 per year. So I think with Witch Queen, they'll probably bring back Crotus. Or Taken King, actually could be either or both. Maybe, you know, Carson, what's up? They did say that originally they were supposed to be 1 mega raid. That'd be kind of cool. That would be pretty dope, actually. I don't think they would do that, but it would be very cool if they did. There we go. Oh, I have to get finishers. This is like challenges like this. That's not a triumph. No one feels triumphant after finishing 100 people. No one's like, hell yeah, I'm the best. I can't believe I did that. When people do this, they're like, I hate myself. Oh. Curtis ends a boring name. It is pretty. Scourge of the Past. Yeah, that is a pretty dull name as well. I mean, The Last Wish. That's a perfect name. King's Fall. As much as I give that raid a hard time, really good name. Wrath of the Machine. That feels really cool. What else? What else? I think the Deepstone Crypt's fucking cool, personally. Eater of Worlds. That's a nuts name. It took me 11 runs to get CLOUDSTRIKE, I think. Crown of Sorrow. That's a pretty boring one. Crown of Sorrow is a hard one because if you don't read the lore, you don't know at all what's going on. Like, so the lore of that is that Callus found a Hive relic, and it was from Savathûn, and he knew it was like corrupting shit, and then he had someone put it on, and they became too powerful, and he's like, go kill him. That's like the Cliff Notes version of it. And so like Crown of Sorrow, if you don't read the lore, it means nothing to you, you know? Same thing with Spire of Stars. Even if you read the lore, Spire of Stars was just like, it's just like, why are we doing this? So those two were kind of meh in terms of what's going on in terms of the lore. Last Wish is probably the most impactful in terms of the lore, or King's Fall. Both very impactful in terms of the lore. Deepstone Crypt actually as well, although we didn't really stop anything. Clarity Control is still just floating there. And so something bad's gotta happen. We have all these dominoes that they were talking about, right? Like Savathûn setting up dominoes, and you have Clarity Control now just out in the open. You have Aramis, who we know is going to come back at some point because there's no way they would have had that final mission if she wasn't. They're setting up a lot of loose ends in this DLC. In a DLC that they were supposed to tie up a lot of loose ends. So it's kind of weird.
Powerful Vex
So
arrive through their
Clarity Control is the darkness statue. So right after the first encounter, right before they awaken Tanniks, you pass like the floating darkness statue. That's Clarity Control. Happy Turkey Day, you too! The space station, the whole point of the space station was if Clovis Bray knew if... So, okay. Clovis Bray was searching for immortality. He found Clarity Control, which talked in his head, the darkness, talked in his head, and, helped him develop the exo alchemist or alkahest, which is the exo fluid that allows exos to exist. So Clarity Control essentially gave Clovis Bray immortality and taught him how to make immortals. And so Clovis Bray's like, oh shit, this is awesome, but if literally anyone else gets a hold of this, we're screwed. Which is what Tanniks and Atraks were trying to do. Atraks were trying to do. They were trying to... you know, get all that sort of stuff. Become exos. Atraks actually did become an exo. And so, Clovis Bray's, like, failsafe was like, oh, if someone else finds this, we're screwed. So he built the space station that would project itself into the Deepstone Crypt and destroy everything and nuke everything if anyone else ever discovered it. And so that's what's happening in the second and third encounters. The second encounter, they awake Tanniks, and he's like, status calamitous, protocol descents activated, or what? He says something like that. I don't know. So that's essentially Clovis Bray being like, all right, we're fucking nuking it. we're nuking it. And then in the third encounter, we disable the nukes. The space station crashes anyways, but because it didn't nuke, it didn't destroy everything. And so Clovis Bray is like, well, you destroyed my space station and the Deepstone Crypt. All you did was take out its defenses. So we opened up Deepstone Crypt. We destroyed all the defenses. We crashed his orbital system failsafe. And we killed Tanniks, so they still don't get clarity control. But we really, really hammed that one up. So clarity control, this immortality granting darkness artifact, is just sitting there. And it's like, what's happening now? I'm sure there's lore on that. I don't know. I'm not familiar with it. But like yeah. So now Aramis can just waltz in. She's currently frozen and like dead. Well, maybe not dead. She's currently frozen. Listen, the true question is how the hell did Tanniks attach himself so quickly? I was joking about this too, because at the end of the third encounter, you can see Tanniks outside the door, like he chases you. And yeah, so essentially, Tanniks was like in an encounter with no heavy shake. Tanniks just said, fuck it. Ripped himself in half. Just freaking bonded himself to a heavy shake. And then just called it a day. For no, just like, all in 20 seconds. Freaking mad lad, dude. Clever little rats. Do you need that Empire from Tanniks? From the elect ones are the only ones they drop from Carson. Yo, Pika, what's up? Stream's going really well. How you doing? Bungie literally put a villain on the ice for a later date. That's a really good point. It's so weird because I wouldn't have thought if Tanniks Aramis, if Aramis was just dead and they just left it at that, I never would have considered that she could come back. I thought she was dead. But because the very like next set of missions is her lieutenant trying to resurrect her, it's like, oh shit, well, I guess she's not actually dead. She can come back. And so I think that was the whole point of that, is like, Bungie wants us to know Aramis isn't out for the count, dude. So, Tanniks has already been killed 3 times. I actually think I've seen a post where he's actually been killed 6 times. Because he was, so Cade thought he killed him, and then we thought we killed him in House of Wolves, and then he got taken and brought back as a taken in the Whisper of the Worm mission, or the original Black Spindle mission. And then he was resurrected as a Siva, and then he was a Nightmare. That's 5, and then we killed him here. 6. There I might be missing a couple, but it was like, it's like, you know, we've killed Tanniks a lot of times. Aramis doesn't seem like that big of a villain. I think Aramis, it's less about Aramis and it's more about Aramis's mentality. because I think it's supposed to be kind of a mirror for us, right? Like, you got to think about people like Eris Morn, right? Eris Morn hasn't used light in a long time. She's been surviving on hive magic, and now she's using darkness. And so it's like, it's very similar where the Fallen fell, they had their whirlwind, they lost their light abilities, and I think it's supposed to be more of like a metaphor comparison to us than anything. So I think Aramis, it's less about Aramis herself and more about the can of worms that Aramis just opened by being like, ah, fuck it, everyone gets darkness powers. Do you think we'll get another raid this year? We'll get we get Vaulted Glass this year for sure. I think it'll probably be in May, that spring season, but we don't know for sure. Any more do I need? Dude, these are so bland. Oh my god. Happy Thanksgiving, thank you. Yeah, I got CloudStrike earlier. Aramis will be back. Don't worry about that. Maybe find Tanniks legs in a future raid. That would be really funny. Bungie has a gold mine of memes on their hands at this point. They need to capitalize on that. Aramis was mentioning the Outbreak mission. Yeah, so the whole point of the Outbreak mission is Aramis was trying to steal Siva. And then after we stopped her from stealing Siva, she was like, fuck it. And then that's when she went for the darkness. So we caused that. If you notice, everything that's happened in Destiny has happened because we keep beating people. It just keeps spiraling out of control. We killed Crota, which made Orcs really mad, which... Oh, nice. When Orcs got really mad and started coming towards us, that caused Skolas to be like, oh shit, we're all gonna die. Rally the houses. We kill Skolas. Oryx finally arrives. We kill Oryx. That leaves a power vacuum that allows Savathun to come in for the Dreaming City. So Savathun comes in, Riven's taken. Riven tricks the Crow, kills Cage 6. Uldren opens the Dreaming City, allows that time loop. We go through that whole mess, which allows the Undying Mind to come in. Because of something. I don't fucking know. Oh, no. So that introduced us... Dude, that made us desperate. So Eris starts investigating the darkness. And then Eris goes to the moon and finds the ship. And when we find the ship, that opens the Black Garden, which allows the Undying Mind to come in. And the Undying Mind did the freaking... did something and that connected to the sundial. And then the sundial, when that happened, we killed all the scions trying to take control of the sundial. And when that happened, then we pissed off that last scion. And then when we pissed off the last scion, something else happened. And then it just all spirals. And then at that same time, the pyramids are coming closer and closer. Oh, we defeated Gaul at the beginning, which awoken that made all the pyramid ships wake up and come towards us. And so this whole time, these pyramid ships are getting closer and closer and closer. And then they finally arrive and kill Rasputin. And then it's... There's just so much, dude. Oh yeah, and also in that... yes, that's exactly what happened. So we power up Rasputin to destroy the Almighty, which was sent by the last Scion sister that we didn't kill. And then the Almighty comes, we power up Rasputin, he destroys that, and so now we're all like confident because we think Rasputin can destroy the darkness ships, and then he doesn't, and he gets destroyed like a little bitch. And then the darkness is here through arrivals, and then we're like, oh, well, we're hopeless, so let's try to accept the darkness or whatever. And then Aramis happens, and then it's just like a whole, we keep screwing everything up, dude. Everything's all messed up. It's like all messed up. It's nuts. It just keeps spiraling. We were like, we kill something, and then we try to fix it, and then when we fix it, we just create the next 10 bad guys. And it's just like, if every Guardian just stopped, everything might actually be fine. I do not know the ounce milliliter conversion off the top of my head. Do you think Wyverns are going to be in the VOG raid? Oh, I bet they will be. When do you think we'll see Rasputin XO? I think there will probably be a season about it. I love the limit. It's like top tier, dude. It's just insane. And all, yeah, and none of this would have happened if Clovis didn't get clarity control and make exos. None of this would have happened. It's just like, and none of that would have happened if people just didn't go to Mars. If people, if Ares 3 or whatever, I forget the name of it, Ares 1, I think, or something like that. If they never went to Mars when they detected the Traveler, we'd be fine. None of this would have ever happened. We'd all be dead. It'd be so peaceful. It'd be so nice. The Fallen would probably get utterly destroyed by orcs. You know, orcs would eventually cause the inevitable genocide of the entire universe, but we don't care because we'd be dead. So what you're saying is we should stop Elon? Oh, dude, speaking of, okay, 1 second. Let me find this tweet. What's his name? What's his name? Tweeted this. One of the Bungie devs does like, just keeps making this insane stuff. He was the one who made, yeah, Elliot Gray. So Elliot Gray, Elliot Gray makes like the Deej deepfakes and stuff. He's a Bungie dev, and you made this. Oh my god, dude, come on, load Twitter. This shit is terrifying. All right. Why is this not loading? You made Elon Musk Clovis Bray head. Oh my god, dude, that shit is so funny. Oh man, cracks me up. That's so terrifying. Yeah, we'll probably go back to the Dreadnought eventually, Sims. I think we're heading towards a Destiny that has everything ever in both games. Eventually. Yeah, exactly, YGO. You've got this exactly.
Show them this.
Did they really give us 3 of the best DPS weapons ever this season? They did. Scaro's a nihilist. Nice. Huh. Huh. Okay. Do you think Lightfall will be the end of Destiny? No. I think Bungie would be silly to throw away Destiny. I think Destiny will be here for years and years and years and years to come. You know, Bungie you got to think about how much money Bungie's making with this and how much money how many people they're employing. And it would be absolutely silly to throw away a franchise like this. I would not be surprised if Destiny becomes a RuneScape or a World of Warcraft that is just played for, you know, a generation, for years and years and years and years to come. It depends how much they change it, Toxic. So, Destiny's not going anywhere. It just wouldn't make any sense financially. You know, they already struck it out of the park with Halo. It's a 1 in a million chance that they did something amazing like that with Destiny again. There's no, like, the chances of one... Oh my god, dude, he's so fucking fast. The chances of one studio making 3 generational defining games is impossible. There's no way. Okay, I think I'll do one more. We'll do one more. I haven't been yelled at my wife. That's something. And I really want to finish this. 10 more. I'm gonna keep going until Vic. Don't tell her. I'm gonna sit down now. Let me get my chair. Because I want to try to knock these out. Oh, rip. God damn it. Tell Victoria. Shh. Until she yells at me. Chair. Coming in. Well, it's coming to your Thanksgiving dinner? No, we're not having family over this year because of COVID. We're not going anywhere. It's just me and my wife.
Guardian down.
You know, the next time I taste Granny's egg casserole recipe, I don't want it to be at her funeral, you know? Also, G1 gummies, crazy good. Dude, hell yeah. Honey, I'm editing. Delta, you would be surprised how often I use that. I mean, it's true. Like, I don't lie. Like, but I edit a lot. And it actually literally happened this morning. We made like a breakfast thing. And I was like, all right, let's just give it a second. Give me a little bit. I'm editing this guy. Happens a lot. With, because I'm in grad school, and I'm doing this, like, it's a lot of time on both. Like, you know, and so I have to be highly efficient with it all. Where's your kitty? Probably downstairs with Victoria. Okay. 1 second. Let me text my wife and be like, let me know when you're ready for me. I'm finna hitting. No. I'll just do that. Yo, thank you for subbing. I was gonna say I'm finna hitting the grind, but I'll just keep it. I'll keep it short and sweet. If she wants me to go, I'll go. Why would I be pissed for? Oh, did someone else say that? As long as you can turn crossplay on and off for Crucible. Are you able to pronounce my name? Ronqui? Is that right? Sorry if I butchered it. Bro, you should have said I'm finna hit the grind. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. You forgot the S? I thought S was silent. Silent in French-looking names. Ronquis? Is that how you say it? Let me at PS Xbox plebs? Dude. People still argue with me all the time that mouse and keyboard isn't that much more powerful, and I think there'd be a reckoning. I truly, it's less about, so people always focus on the aiming, and it's not the aiming that I'm concerned about. It's the fact that I can do this, you know, like when I get in game, I can spin around 6 times before you look to your left, and that's like so much more powerful. Like people are always asking like, why are people so mean to console players? Like, console's just as competitive. And it's like, it's just not, though. You know? Oh, that's actually not bad. Fuck it. The thing is, you can have a good player on console, and that is perfectly fine. But... it's like, I can use an SMG as a sniper, and I can do it faster. I can... You know, this is one thing, like, for day one, people had to look for where stuff is. And so, like, if you're scanner in Atraks, you have to go on controller, or on mouse and keyboard. You have to look left or right. You have to see where she is. On controller, if you look the wrong way, you have, even on max sensitivity, I played on max sensitivity on controller. I know what it's like. If you look the wrong way, now you've already wasted twice as much time as I did on control, or on mouse and keyboard. And so it doesn't seem like much, but that shit adds up, you know? If you have to be so much more purposeful with your turns, and you have to be a lot more efficient. On controller, dude, I can just like, or on mouse and keyboard, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I was doing a run yesterday. I don't remember if it was actually the flawless run that I posted, but during one of the flawless runs and third encounter, I would do a 360 before I'd suppress Tanniks. And that's fine, because I can literally, watch this. 360, you know, like, takes me literally less than 1/4 of a second. Whereas on controller, it takes significantly more time than that. This is a can of worms and then some. Dude, I agree. I'm not calling controller players bad. I'm just saying, if you take the best controller player and the best mouse and keyboard player, the best mouse and keyboard player is just going to have an edge. It just will. It's just a fact. You can move faster. You can use weapons at further ranges because there's no recoil at all. Okay, I say as I fucking suck. Not the point. I'm not a good example for that. If Crown Day 1 was the best example of this. I used to be in the same boat. I used to be in the same boat. Where I was like, oh, it doesn't matter as much. But I was lying to myself because I was a console pleb. And what I would do, the day that it really changed for me is Crown Day 1, where we were trying to stun Galron's hands, and I was like, how the fuck is anyone doing this? Oh. Alright, I lied. Controller's better. Anyways, so I was like, how is anyone doing this? And I turn on Glad's stream, and he is sitting on the other side of the arena, stunning Galron with Recluse. And I'm like, what the? And then I did it. I was like, all right, Recluse. I was like, what the fuck? How's my man doing this? How's he doing that? And then I would like look back on his stream, and he's doing it again. It's like, what the hell? Is Glad on some perfect aim bullshit? Like, what's happening here? Just because recoil's coded differently for controller and mouse and keyboard, you're faster. You've got your higher skill mobility. You know, you don't see too many controller players going slide, look, or you do, but they're going more slowly. Now, I'm not saying controller doesn't have its advantages. It's more comfortable. You have the haptic feedback, which is really cool. You know, the vibrations. I personally like that. I know a lot of players don't. The aim assist is very nice. It helps, it guides your aim. That was really prevalent in sniping and Crucible. It still is kind of to a degree. They lessened it though. Whereas for PC, we have bullet magnetism and that's it. You guys have bullet magnetism and, you know, a guiding aim assist as well. So, there are advantages and there are disadvantages for sure. But at the end of the day, I personally do not see how anyone could deny that there are more pros to using mouse and keyboard. There you want. And if you want proof of this, go watch an Argos solo on mouse and keyboard, and then go watch an Argos solo on controller. And then you tell me those two things are comparable. The Argos soloing on controller is 1,000,000 times harder because when you break the bubbles, controllers barely move fast enough to do it. So, for Crucible player, hackers are a big thing. They are way less prevalent than they used to be. I don't know if I played a hacker this season. Even last season, they weren't that prevalent. They were. Bungie's done a really good job. And this two-factor authentication, dude, hackers, they can fuck off. Can you slow walk a mouse and keyboard? No, I guess not, no. Yeah, so that's two things you can't do. Mouse and keyboard. So on controller, if you slowly lower your trigger, the hand cannon hammer will go back. You can't do that on mouse and keyboard. So it's like a small little detail. And no, I guess I've never tried it, but no, you can't slow walk on mouse and keyboard, no. So fair enough. Yo, what's up, Grim? You ready for trials? Dude, we're going at reset tomorrow if everything goes well. I'm excited. Like I said, mouse and keyboard is way better than controller for sure. I'm just sick of people shitting on controller players. No, that's fine. So this is where you get to the difference between encouraging growth of players into top tier players and making top tier content more accessible versus gatekeeping and elitism. I'm not saying that everyone should play on mouse and keyboard. I do not care. If you think it's more comfortable, play on controller. That's fine. I'm not going to say every controller player is bad because that's not true. I think true Vanguard plays on controller, you know. A lot of these top tier PvP guys do. Not many PvE players do, but I think that's mostly because a lot of them, or not many like super like well-known content creators do. But I think that's more of because they recognize the benefits of mouse and keyboard and they've trained themselves. But I'm not about to shit on someone for using a controller. If you think it's more comfortable, or you think it's a better platform, or if you can't afford a PC, like that's, you know, more power to you. It does not affect me at all. I'm not about to tell you to get out of the game. I'm not about to tell you don't deserve things, because I think controller players and console players should still try. I still think, you know, while this is why I encourage things like, I've expressed my concern to Bungie a lot of times on this, and I plan to keep doing it any chance I get. I think there should be a separate world's first for console, because we should be acknowledging that these platforms are different, but we should still be giving them an incentive, being like, you can, even if you're stuck on console for whatever reason, you can still be a top tier player. Here's your incentive, go do it. You know, there doesn't need to be gatekeeping. We don't need to say, if you want to be a top tier player, you have to dish out $3,000 for a PC and you have to learn mouse and keyboard. That's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It is undeniable. It is also ridiculous to say that mouse and keyboard does not have an advantage, because it clearly does. But that's not the fault of people using them. And so we shouldn't act like it is, I guess. That's just my 2 cents. So. Can't figure out how to shoot and move at the same time on mouse and keyboard. It took me I'd say it took me a solid month to get used to it. So what I did, if you guys don't know, I had never really played a computer game. So when I was a kid, I played like Congregate, like mini flash games and shit. So I knew a little bit, you know, your stick figure fighters and stuff. So I grew up playing a little bit, but I was a controller guy, console guy for my entire life. And when Destiny was about to switch to PC, what I did, I knew I was gonna suck. And so me and Ratul, we bought Minecraft on PC, and we just played that for a solid 2 weeks. That's all we played was Minecraft, getting used to mouse and keyboard controls. And that really helped, because, you know, Minecraft, you have to use all your numbered buttons, you have to use your shift to sprint, you have to use your control for crouch, you have to use everything, right? And it works really well. That really did help with the training there. And then when I got to Destiny, it got more complex. I've got I play with 7 side buttons on my mouse. So, you know, I was able to train my thumb for those and really learn. If you go back to my first streams, dude, because my 7 buttons for my mouse, they go slide, melee, grenade, class ability, menu, orbit. Oh, no, sorry, select, menu, orbit. And so that's all 7. And so, like, if you go back, and I still do this when I'm under pressure, but if you go back to my old streams, I'll go to slide and I'll just chuck a nade. It's pretty funny, actually. And so, you know, you have to train. There's a lot more going on, right? Controllers are very convenient because you have an optimal number of buttons placed per finger. Whereas with with mouse and keyboard, my index finger needs to know how to hit like 8 different buttons. And my middle finger needs to be able to switch W and S, and I can't miss that button. And my pinky, dude, my pinky has like my Dom blade shift, our dash, it has freaking sprint, it technically has like orbit and stuff as well. Like every finger needs to know how to do 7 different things. Whereas on controller, it's like your thumb needs to know 5 buttons, and then like your trigger fingers need to know 2. So there's definitely like a huge learning curve. But give your pinky a break. Yeah, I know, right? It was so hard because I play guitar, so my pinky is, you know, I'm kind of used to it, you know, hitting like all the, you know, I don't know. So that kind of helped. But yeah, my pinky literally has to stretch like when I want to Dom blade. It gets even worse because my sword button's C, and so my pointer finger, like if I want to like warlock dash, I have to like rotate my hand. Pretty fun. Are the raid challenges up yet? No, we don't know when they're going to be up. So here, I'll give you guys an idea. This is everything you can complete right now. Everything I have gold can be completed. So this whole first page, you can do every single challenge there. Second page, you can do everything but the 4 raid challenges and this secret triumph. I personally think this is indicative that the raid challenge is going to transform the third encounter in some way. So if you think of like Crota's End, the Death Singer encounter, if you did the challenge, it completely changed it. I really hope that happens again. Those are my favorite challenges that do that. But the fact that it's secret says to me you can't do it yet. No one's been able to figure out how to do it yet. And the only two instances I can think of would be challenge, or if they add a heroic mode. Please? But I claw on controller. Oh, dude, that shit, I could never do that, dude. I bought a scuff because I was so bad at clawing. So you can see what it is. The challenge for that secret triumph is you have to deposit in the third encounter 4 nukes at the same time. Right now, we only know how to spawn 3 nukes at the same time, and that's by not shooting anything at all. We aren't really sure how to spawn the 4th nuke. I know it's been investigated, but the idea is, to my knowledge, there's never been a secret raid triumph before. I think they've, even if they're not available, I think they've always been available to see in game. If I'm not mistaken, this is the first secret raid triumph ever, and so that means there's something different with it, right? Like, whoa. So, what'd you do to farm for sniper? CLOUDSTRIKE. Just do the heroic or the adept map Empire hunt over and over and over again. People have done a 4 dunk, but it didn't do anything. Oh, did they hold the nukes? That's insane, dude. Okay, well, there you go. I didn't know people actually managed to do it. Yeah, so, I mean, if someone was able to do it and it didn't do anything, I mean, then for sure it has to do with either a challenge mode or a potential heroic mode. That's insane that you can juggle nukes like that. I guess you probably have to kill yourself and get rid of radiation, though, right? Favorite seal? I really like Conqueror. I think it sounds really cool. My favorite is going to be the rarest one, Reckoner. But that's only my favorite, just a flex type of thing. My favorite sounding is either Conqueror or Shadow. I like them all for different reasons. It's hard to do. They're super easy. Oh, right. I knew that. I should have known. Where's the oob on the 4th encounter for the 3-man flawless? Splintered sounds sick. That does actually sound really cool. Okay. My wife said I'm good until 3. Can we fit all of these into 3? I doubt it, but I'll get most of them done, which is cool. That's fine. What the hell am I doing? 7 more. Oh! Shit's so painful. So close. There's no oob there that's hard delayed. Oof, okay. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Surely someone's gonna find it out of bounds, dude. There's no way. Especially in that room, you can get everywhere. You can get on top of mountains. You can do whatever the hell you want. So surely someone's gonna find something. What would you like to see the next raid-wise? Dude, like I keep saying, anything I come up with, Bungie's just going to surpass my expectations. So, especially like if they take the lessons from this raid, it is goddamn perfect in terms of loot, in terms of the flow of the raid, in terms of everything. At least it seems like it is initially. Exclusive perks, weapons that are actually worth a damn, really good exotic, everything. So if they take what they did for this raid and just do another raid and just like put the reward system in there, I don't even care. They're fine. Does the always on time Sparrow actually move faster? Yeah, I believe it's a 190 instead of a 160. It's much faster, yeah. So as long as we don't go to a garden or like a Spire of Stars in terms of loot, like a raid with really subpar loot, it's fine, because it doesn't matter how good a raid is. People aren't gonna like it unless they're rewarded aptly. So I think they finally nailed a really good reward system, and I hope See, my fear is like, take Last Wish, right? They did something amazing with the Wish Wall, where you could go to whatever encounter you want, whenever you want. The loot was all right, especially like, you know, you had a lot of the cosmetics and stuff. They did a really good job with that. But then, next raid came out, and none of that was there. You couldn't skip encounters, no cosmetics in Scourge. It was just like, what's going on here? Why did we regress so much? And so I'm worried that they're gonna do that, where the next raid won't have a good loot system. But with the spoils of war, or spoils of whatever the hell they're called, being a game-wide system, you get them from all raids, it gives me a lot of hope that that will be implemented in the next raid too. Which means I'm gonna farm a shit ton of them, dude. I'm gonna have 4,000 of them ready for the next raid. Skipping encounters and Scared to pass a sub 5-minute raid, fair enough. But I mean, all I'm saying is like, if I wanted a chance at the armaments, right, I would rather solo or 2-man the Sparrow thing, or 3-man it or whatever, than find 4, 5, 6 people that want to do the first encounter, right? It's just a headache. With Last Wish, if I want to try for Supremacy, or if I wanted to try for those mods, teleport to Morgath, glitch out, do the thing. Same thing, teleport to Shirochi, go get that chest, whatever. But, you know, it's just for ease. If I want footage of a certain part of the raid, I don't want to have to get a full fucking team to run there. Shirochi is a checkpoint farm. These all are... There is a convenience to being able to skip encounters. Yes, I did get CLOUDSTRIKE, yeah. You could just as easily use Garden, though. I guess you can skip to any part of that raid, too. But, are you okay? Oh, I hear her moving again. She's fine. How do you skip in Garden? So you can, so we're the first... Wait, am I in orbit? Yeah. So first encounter, where the Harpy's sucking off the Minotaur. You can run right past him, jump to the end of it, oob into the jump puzzle. Pretty well-known strategy. That'll get you to the second and third encounters. And then from there, if you go to, you know, Baseball Diamond, if you go to second base, so you start at home, if you go to second base, the far side of the diamond, there's another skip that allows you to run to the final boss. So you can go, you can't start any encounter, but you can go to any arena that you need. Just watch a speedrun on it. They use both of those to speedrun it. Vault the Glass will come back this year, yes. How many more we got to do? We're not going to have time to do them all. I have 10 minutes before I have to go, so we're going to start winding it down. I need 6 more. We're so close. So close. I just want to get this one over with. This is the second worst triumph. The worst one, I don't know what they were thinking, and if they do this every season, I'm going to die. You have to win 50 games at Legend in comp. Why? Why? Why would anyone think that's fun? That's not fun. That's not triumphant. That makes me hate everything. Waffle's cracked? Dude, Waffle is cracked. He's freaking just sending it. So that's going to be awful. I'm probably going to do that all off stream because I'm going to be hating. Yeah, enjoy the 5 triumph score. Exactly. You don't get anything fun. It's just like one of those really dumb ones. It's going to suck, dude. How do you think they'll change Mythoclast? I'm not really sure. They've been doing a really good job. Mythoclast does need to be changed. Mythoclast didn't really have an exotic perk. So in order to compete with stuff in the game right now, especially if they keep it a primary, they're gonna have to do something pretty nutty with it. First thing I want to do, Woo, is I want to 3-man the raid. We're doing that on December 6th, remember, with the charity stream. And then I want a 3-man flawless at some point. Yeah, we'll probably 2-man the raid at some point if they find a way to do the last encounter. I think that'd be a lot of fun. The hardest part is I don't really have a set group of people to do this with. I just kind of jump around. I wish I need to find like a set of 2 or 3 people that I'm always like, all right, I need to do a low man challenge. Let's just fucking do it. That's why I liked solo Argo so much, because it wasn't like I didn't have to work out schedules. I didn't have to worry if someone had already done it or anything. I just freaking did it. And that was really nice, so. How do you find heroic patrols? You keep loading in and out of the eclipse zone like this, and the brown one's the heroic patrol. So if we were here and this wasn't here, I'd go to orbit, I'd fly back in, we'd come back, and I'd see if the brown gold one there had spawned, which I mean it did here, so we're gonna go. It's always this week, so it's always the same one. So every eclipse zone's gonna have a different version of it. This week it's just this, so you always do the same thing.
Powerful Vex creature.
Why would you recommend for 1250 Lost Sector? Depending on the one, you could probably do it at 1240, 1235. I think I did one at 1230. Just depends what you have, which Lost Sector it is. How do you hope they'll change the encounters in VOG? I just hope they make it more complex and less standing around doing nothing. But we'll see. So to get CloudStrike, you have to farm these? Oh, no. CloudStrike is farming Empire hunts from the directory. So you have to do... Varix has a Sabotage. It's one of the tier 2 ones that unlocks elected difficulty Empire hunts. And so that means whenever you do that Sabotage... this will appear on your map. These are Empire hunts. And you just pick any difficulty there. They all have the same drop chance, and you just farm it over and over and over. It's a dumb grind for 0 reward. Anyone who likes comp enough and is good enough to get legend isn't getting there for 5 triumph points. Yeah. I agree, Delta. Luckily, the guy who designs that, or he has a hand in it, I forget his name, he replied to Alloc and Ilulu. They were complaining about it and voicing their concern, rightly so. And he responded, and he's like, all right, we get the feedback. So hopefully, if this is an every season thing, dude, hopefully it's not. But we'll see. Yo, Ice. Yo, I need help. I killed Aldrin, but I didn't get the Ace of Spades quest, and the other quest didn't show up. What do I even do? Even restarted. Chat, that's a question for you guys. Can you still do the Ace of Spades quest, or do you have to get it from the kiosk? Someone help my man out. I do not know the answer to that one. Yo, Arma, how you doing? Thank you for the donation, Ice. Love your face. What raid would you like to see next after VOD? Oh, you mean like returning raid? I hope Wrath comes back. I want Wrath to come. They wouldn't even need to change mechanics for Wrath. All right, I've got time for one more, I think. Oh, and getting flawless every season. Gonna need a hand with that. Yeah. I really hope they change that as well. So yeah, Flawless Conqueror, you shouldn't have to do those every season. They should not be worth... The title is fine, but if you get the title once, that should be all the triumph score. All these repeat titles, these should not be... Oh, fair enough. These should not be worth score. I don't want to do this every season. Wait. I didn't know! You don't have to carry someone! No, you do! Fuck! Shit! Damn it! Damn it, you do! This is the worst! I didn't read it! This is the worst triumph, dude. You know how hard it is to find a person that's never been flawless before? Damn it, dude, I was so excited. That was an anti-Pog moment. Yo, Ice, what's up? Banshee didn't give it to me, even though I killed him. Yeah, I forget where it comes from. Keep doing that. Do the Dreaming City quest, and maybe he will. Shit, dude. I was so excited. Rob's not going to be a Triumph guy anymore. My problem is I've already come so far, like, I have to. Like, I will not let myself quit. You know, I have to keep going. Oh, a lot of you guys have never been flawless? Well, there you go. Well, I might reach out in the Discord and get first come first serve one a season, and we'll see, man. I don't know. It just depends. It just depends when Ratul wants to do it. Can't do Ace anymore because the last step's on Titan. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I think if you just go to the kiosk, so Ice so you have your vaults in the middle. There's the kiosk, the exotic kiosk. I think you have to buy Ace of Spades from there. Thoughts on using that sniper for DPS? I would, it's not going to do as well as like a Long Shadow with 10 in the mag, or a Supremacy with 10 in the mag, or 7 in the, sorry, Supremacy with 10 in the mag, Long Shadow with 7 in the mag, and it's definitely not going to do as well as like a Philo, the first in last out with auto loading holster, or the Raid Shotgun. anything like that. I don't know. Dude, I was so excited because I thought we'd have to keep it so dumb. Yeah, but things like Conquer, Flawless, I should not have to earn that every season. These should not be worth prime score points. I might actually just make a video ranting or constructive feedback to Bungie and be like, here's my thoughts. Everyone thinks these same things. This isn't fun. I get that you're trying to help people, but these should be worth triumph points the first time you earn them. And that's it.
Vex seek to devour this moon.
Ice, thank you once again, dude. You've been full of support. Thank you so much for all the donations, and enjoy Ace of Spades. Get it. It's super good. It's super, super good. How can you get first in, last out? It's a world drop. Or the raid shoddy you have to get, and then you can buy it. You can farm spoils for it.
Get your rock.
Yeah, thank you once again, Ice. Just join the Discord? Hell yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I hate the carry stuff. Are the bounty changes coming next season? Because I remember hearing that they were. I don't know. Do not know the answer to that. I don't know if Bungie... Yes, I will watch Error's video. I will, I promise. Or read a Reddit post summing it up. No, I'll watch the video. He's a cool guy. Hey, while you're doing the menial grind of max triumph score, why not get some advanced using code SCARE9 for 10% off? Oh yeah, do it, boys. Do it. So that's one thing. So chat, this is one, like, would you guys be interested on mini guides on how to do some of these triumphs? I know not a lot of people are triumph score gamers, so I don't know if it's worth doing the time, but like how to quickly farm champions, or collectible exo locations, or I already did the ghost one in the raid. It actually did pretty well, a lot better than I thought. Well, people are saying yes. Holy shit, I didn't expect that at all. Okay, well, so I think that's like, I think that's where I think I need to take my content is more on the, like, obviously the discussion stuff. I love that stuff, the ranking stuff, top fives. I'll always do those. But I think I want to branch out and do more completionist type of stuff as well. So, all right. Well, I have to call it there, unfortunately. We're so close. I'll finish this one out. Finish it. I'll just get someone AFK on me, and I'll do the last four. We're so close. Thank you, guys. But yeah, I you know, I have to go cook Thanksgiving dinner. We're gonna have some fun. Show one with all the penguins. Yeah, I'll definitely do one of those for sure, man. Collectibles for Stranger's Hut would be good. Yeah, I also really like those too, because freaking like most of them have stuff, which is pretty cool. I just happen to show all these with nothing. There's a ton there, which is really cool. Hell yeah. All right, well, you guys have a fantastic night. Thank you for all the support, new subs, everyone who donated, and most importantly, everyone who was just here vibing and having fun. Got CloudStrike, really excited about it, and I have the next 3 days off, so we're definitely gonna be doing more streams and videos and stuff. If you guys haven't seen it already, go watch my Flawless Raid guide. It's the full run that I've done for the Flawless. I put it in there, and it also gives you all the tips and tricks that we did. One of the easiest ones. I recommend you guys going for it because it's one of the best shaders in the game. But you guys have a fantastic night. Love your faces. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, and I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks, guys, and see you next time. Peace.